What up? What up?
Peter, man, this shit on bullshit, but it always works out.
Yo, what's going on, everybody, man? It's your boy King DV, and I'm with my co-host Smitty. What's going on, bro?
Man, it's love, man.
Time for A.J. Brown. Michael Carter the second.
They don't know Jalen Hurts like we know Jalen Hurts.
They was hanging on to Jalen Hurts.
Until next time, man, y'all know what it is.
What's good, Eagle Nation? It's your boy King DV, back with another video. Back with an Inside the Nest episode with my co-host. What's going on, bro?
Man, we chilling, man. We showing, we out here, man. We hanging out, man. It's almost that time, baby. It's almost that time. Well, I'm hyped. Well, I'm ready to go, man.
And a week
We got a special guest, man.
Tonight,
we got a special guest.
a week from tonight. This is when the NFL starts. Or Thursday. I think Thursday. We got Thursday night game as well.
Not Thursday. So 6 days. 6 days from tonight.
Yeah. 6 days from tonight, NFL start. But we do got a special guest. What's going on, bro? What's going on, BlitzDallas?
Yo, what's going on, man? Appreciate y'all having me on. We talked with Smitty last week. It was good vibes, and I talked to you a little bit, on the platform too, bro. It's all love on my side. We just talk some football, man. That's what we're here for.
Facts. What we get into, Smitty?
I mean, man, obviously week one coming, man. You know what I'm saying? You can't avoid talking week one. Obviously everybody has seen their 53-man roster at this point, so you kind of want to talk about, we can get into, I asked the question, out of the guys that made the 53-man roster, who's your guy you looking forward to see week one?
You talking?
Yeah, you're gonna have to ask.
Either one of y'all.
I'm a fan of football, so even for me as a Cowboys fan, I love the NFL, bro. So you can ask me something about the Eagles. I got some plays I want to look at. There's some players on your team that I want to take a look at and see how they do, bro. One being Kenyon Mitchell. I want to see how he plays at the NFL level. And Jalen Carter. Jalen Carter was one of them players that last year, like I know there's a lot of Twitter beef between him and Molly Smith. I'm like, bro, nah. Jalen Carter is a generational talent, bro. He's a different position. First off, he's a different tech. He's a generational talent. He's somebody I think is going to be really great for years to come, bro. He's one player I'm looking at, and I'm actually looking at how y'all's offense operates under Kellen Moore. How is that going to change without Jason Kelsey? And how's the motion going to be? How's the motion going to be for y'all? I'm actually excited to watch that game. That's going to be a good matchup. The Packers and Eagles.
Me personally, I feel like I'm not even looking at the names the obvious names, right? Kenyon Mitchell has been having a great camp, great preseason. They working him more in the slot. I'm not really looking for him. Definitely not looking for Jalen Carter, because Jalen Carter, I think that he's going to be monster, especially getting his feet wet in the league from last season. I'm actually looking for Jordan Davis. Jordan Davis to, step it up a notch. I'm not. Listen. Hear me out.
No, my jersey got delayed. I sucked my teeth because my jersey got delayed today, bro. It was supposed to come today, bro, and it's not coming until next. It say next Friday. I'm hoping they get here, but I want it to be here, so I know it's here.
So I just say Jordan Davis because we know he's a great run stopper. He has stuffed the line or whatever, but we need him to pick it up on the pass rush, man. I know what he can do. He played amazing in my eyes last season. How many snaps that he took, at 400 pounds, you can't really, teach that, but he's in shape now. The conditioning is right. Clint Hurt got those guys playing well. I feel like that, Jordan Davis is a guy that I'm looking at. I'm also looking at Isaiah Rodgers. Let's be honest. Isaiah Rodgers is one of my favorite guys coming into this offseason. But, we need to know, with his small frame and everything like that he can still keep up with these guys. Keeping up with the guys at practice and training camp is one thing. But, you got to see if you can still do that. But, to his defense, he is going against, A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, recent practices, he was going against Jahad Dotson. And we just got
crispy. Oh my God.
We just got so many weapons that these cornerbacks could go against that I'm ready for the season to start, honestly, man. If I had to give one more, I'm probably gonna say, like, bro, not gonna like this pick. But I'm looking forward to seeing what bringing new to the table, Kenneth Gainwell. Only because I don't want him to come in as the same Kenneth Gainwell that we've seen the last couple of years. I want him to know that it's a contract year for him. He said he's been working on this and everything like that. So I feel like, Kenneth Gainwell needs to step it up a notch, especially
Cole. What you want to do? Cole?
No, knowing that, it's a contract year for him and he needs to step it up. I feel like Kenneth Gainwell got to step it up. The offense, I feel like it's going to be great. I feel like the offense is going to be great. It's not going to be like when Jason Kelce was there. But we still got leaders. We've seen our captains today. Two on the line, on the offensive line. So I feel like we got those captains. But overall, man, I just think that since Blitz said that he watched football, I'm looking forward to y'all guys, to the offseason that you guys had just to come together and still try to be that 11-6 of 12-5 team consistently. I'm not hating on the Dallas Cowboys. It's more so, it makes good content, make good football, when the Eagles and the Cowboys could collide to the point where, we're battling. But at the same time, like I do got some questions. I'm hopeful that you can answer them on your side because I'm not in that locker room. I seen a video today with you throwing the football and everything. Like, yeah, I've seen everything. So you're there. So I can ask you these questions.
Yeah.
But overall, man, I just think it's going to be a good matchup again in the NFC East. Overall.
Yeah, man. Oh, go ahead.
So I asked the question, so I got to answer the question too, right? So, who I want to see? Mekhi Becton is first, right? I obviously been hyping the man up. Obviously been talking very highly of what he's gonna be able to do at right guard. Obviously, him being probably the biggest right guard in history of the Eagles starting, right? So we had a situation where I kind of want to see him succeed week one, bro. I don't think they have a dominant defensive line where they're going to be able to really do a lot, but I think they have a young defensive line, so it's a lot of speed. So it's a lot of, trying to get around the edge, trying to turn things into other things, right? So I think Mekhi Becton plays a big role in week one for Saquon, for Jalen, for the offense to be how we predicted to be. DV, you know what I'm saying? I think he has to play a role where he, he tapped in, he ready to go. I don't think Kenny Gainwell was a bad pick. Obviously, I'm not high on what Kenny Gainwell brings to the table, but I know him being improved, him being better, is a help for us, right? So anytime we can get a guy to get on the field and perform better than he did the year before, no matter who it is, I don't care if I like him or not. Seeing him be better would be uplifting for me. You know what I'm saying? I always cheer for the front of the jersey and not the back. So I'm not picking him, but I don't think it's a bad pick. You know what I mean? Jahan Dotson, he got to be on that list, bro. I swear he do. Like, I seen the tape of him just catching the little one-hander from Jalen. I was like, oh, that's going to feed families. That little out route with the one hand going to feed. But I ain't going to be too hyped. You know what I mean? I ain't going to be too hyped. And on defense, it's Nakobe, man. I gotta see it. I gotta see him put more days together. I gotta see him put more days together. You know, he started some good right now. He on a good slate. He looked like he gonna start. So I think him putting together a good game in that first one is definitely got to be, you know, top tier. If he can come out and really, you know, stop Josh Jacobs in the run a little bit, you know, make a couple plays against whoever their backup running back is. I forgot his name. He's gonna probably be the pass.
What's it called? I'm hurt. What's it called?
AJ Dillon down. Yeah.
I'm so happy about that. I'm happy now he's not going to be there. I'm not happy that he got injured. Speedy recovery for him, but I'm happy that he's not going to be there. It lightens the load for our linebackers and defensive tackles. Because last time we played them, he went off. Last time he went off.
They got a solid offensive line, man. They got a real young offensive line too.
Yeah,
but honestly, so like, you know, Vic Fangio, he run 3-4 base, right? 5-2.
Right.
And that's what I'm more like. From a defensive side, I think like I think I told Smitty last week, like Jordan Davis should not be playing 3-tech. He should be playing in 1-tech. He's a big boy. You should be clogging the middle and letting people like Jalen Carter, who is your other 3-tech. And I don't know who your other 3-tech might be. Who's your other 3-tech?
Milton Williams. Milton Williams. It's Milton Williams.
And then who are your two outside backers?
We're not 100% sure right now, bro, to be honest. We know Bryce Huff.
Y'all have Nolan. Y'all have Nolan, Bryce Huff.
They want Nolan to start. They want Nolan to start, but I don't know if he put enough on tape to take Josh Sweat.
No, he didn't.
That's gonna be interesting too, because it's a defense. The defensive scheme is different, like the entire base. Because y'all ran with a 4-3 base before. Now you're running a 3-4 base, and y'all didn't have the personnel before to even run a 3-4. I mean, y'all have Jordan Davis, right? But can he play the entire game? Like that's the small little details, bro. Like those little things go a long way. And Green Bay is gonna run the ball. Like they're gonna run the ball, and we're gonna find out quick if y'all have the linebackers to sustain, to keep up with the offense. Because y'all have offensive production. Y'all have the names out there. Y'all got the superstars. Y'all got the probably the best. I mean, wide receiver wise, probably the best duo in the league. Like, you know, being dead ass, bro. Y'all got
Cole, check your DM, bro. What you doing?
So yeah, I understand that. Like, you know, the only duo that can really compete with AJ and Smitty is if he comes back, the Bengals are wide receivers, T. Higgins.
But not even that, bro. Like y'all got a better one too. I think that's y'all a better one too.
No, I know we got a better one too, but I said the only one that beat with it. Yeah.
Now, I mean, the Dolphins. I think their 1-2 is pretty good too. They got a high productive 1-2.
I look at injury with the Dolphins. That's why I didn't say them, because I was thinking them too. I'll just look at injuries with the Dolphins.
They're the same receiver though.
The Texans also got a pretty good.
See, but the difference is they the same receiver. They're the same receiver. They're the same guy. It's two guys that do like the same thing. They gadget guys. Like for me, I think we got the best 1-2 punch because we got two guys that do totally different things.
Well, I think Waddle is a better route runner than what's it called?
Tyreek.
Because
but they're not using him in that sense though. He running the same routes. They running those little swing what it's called speed routes where they in motion and then they just and then they out of there. You know what I mean? So it's like hard to keep up with, especially when you're running miles an hour.
Kev, you said Nolan Smith about to have a breakout season. I just need him to get 6 to 7 sacks. If he can get 6 to 7 sacks, that's the upside side for me. But with him just doing the ghost move and not having counters after he come in contact with the offensive line, I don't see it right now. But if he does do that, I will be the first one on these videos to say, you know, I was wrong. But I don't see it right now.
That's gonna be kind of hard
because
putting together Josh Sweat. You're gonna have Josh Sweat on the outside. He's not gonna get a lot of playing time. You're gonna have Bryce Huff on one side. You're gonna have Josh Sweat on the other.
Nah, if y'all know Fangio though, he don't play his D ends a lot of snaps. He got a better rotation than any D coordinator we had in here.
So after the season ended, Howie Roseman got on the podium and basically said that, you know, they want to have a rotation of 4 to 5 guys. They already knew they were going to hire Vic Fangio because Vic Fangio's fit that scheme. Now, Bryce Huff coming in, everybody thinking like, oh, he's going to be the replacement for Hassan Reddick. No, he's just going to have a split those snaps that Hassan Reddick was having with like a Nolan Smith, because Nolan Smith is better on the right hand side. What's going on, bro? But
It's
look,
good. It's good.
Like he's better on the right side. I don't think Nolan Smith can play the left side, but Bryce Huff can. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know if you want to have two young guys. Like, I'm cool with a young guy and a vet like Sweat or Bryce Huff and BG. I'm cool with that, but I'm not cool with two young guys doing that, because now you're leaving out open gaps for somebody to, if you're blitzing, that hole is open to the point where the quarterback's going to go there. So I don't want that, to make those mistakes. But I think that, a vet like a BG or Josh Sweat could get home, and then we can even disrupt the quarterback to make a throw quickly, throw it out of bounds, something like that. That's where I'm on. But I don't want the two guys to start together. I don't. Not no, please.
Shout out to Coles, man.
Time out.
Coles, man.
Coles look like a coach. Coles look like he ready.
Yeah, bro. Hey, Cole look like McCarthy out there, bro.
You know what I'm saying? I'm fed up. I'm ready.
Coles, just cover. And Coles, just cover your mouth like. Cover your mouth.
You gotta do it like that.
No, but no, enough about us, man. Because I was watching you and Smitty, Blitz. I was watching y'all, and shout out to y'all. But we don't get enough of things about the Cowboys. How do y'all feel about the Cowboys right now? Like, both of you guys, since y'all both on.
I'll let Coles take this one.
No, you go first, man. Take your. We might be on the same.
All right, so like, I already said it, and I told Smitty, I stand on what I'm saying, but I'm going with a 13-4 season. There's a lot, and then again, there's a lot of unknown with the Cowboys, a lot of new players. But I really feel like I've been at the practice facilities. I'm seeing a lot of but before that, I was already saying 13-4. I just thought my bad, man. Personnel this year is a lot better, a lot more consistent, and a lot more selfless than last year. And especially defensive wise, this is gonna be more of a gap containment kind of team instead of a gap. What do you call it? Gap escape when you're doing stunts and all that. I think we're gonna play a little more consistent football. Two high safeties. And I think the rotation we have is a lot more consistent, stable. We lost Deron Bland, but we have another kid that we picked up out of Wake Forest who is like a ball hawk too. Seeing him practice, he got a nick for the ball. Doesn't do too much, not like he don't jump routes, he don't do none of that. That's more of a Diggs thing, But I'll tell anybody this, man. Anybody who has a little bit of talent in them, you got a little bit of dog. Al Harris will take out that dog and that talent and take you to the next level, which makes him he's our assistant coach, assistant head coach, man. So on the defensive side, I feel all right, man. I don't feel too bad. I never liked Michael Parsons being on the edge, only on the edge as a DN. One thing, he's too small. He's more of a hybrid. He's more of a edge hybrid linebacker. He could do both. And I feel like this year we're going to utilize him more to his strengths, where you're going to have him roaming. You're going to have him on the weak side, playing outside linebacker. You're going to have him on the strong side. You're going to have him playing edge. You're going to have him on the A gap because he can blitz from all gaps. From the defensive side, I feel pretty good, bro. Now, the offensive side, my only concern with my team is the running game. But I think that we have a solid offensive line. Like the two rookies that we got are two high-graded rookies in the preseason. And preseason don't mean a lot, but these dudes, they like I said, it's just a feeling because we haven't seen game one yet. So I haven't seen it on the field yet. But I'm going with that 13-4. And it's always gonna be bullshit in Dallas, bro. That's just part of being a Cowboy and being a Cowboy fan is gonna be bullshit. So, it is what it is. But yeah, man, I think we go 13-4.
Coles, no, leave the screen. Coles, are you frozen, bro? I think he's frozen.
Yeah.
He is frozen.
T-Mobile is not a good internet source, man.
I think 13-4 is a little bit of a stretch.
I know, but it's a bold take. You know, I is this one of those? I didn't think last year we're gonna win 12 games.
Okay, well, give me the non-homer take though.
That's not a non-homer take. Not a homer take would be we're gonna go undefeated.
That's not a homer take. No, that's not. That's outrageous. That's
what? Okay, so where's the drop off? You think?
Running back, wide receiver room, cornerback with Bland out is going to be very harsh. Your safety room is new. I think your best. Didn't you lose somebody?
No.
They played the hybrid. Curse. Y'all lost Curse. Curse gone.
Curse is a liability, bro.
He's still a part of the room. Out there. Still a part of the room. Somebody else.
We got Wanye, bro. We got Wanye Thomas, who I think is a lot more productive. He's got more range. He's a lot more physical. He can tackle. He tackles better. It's just sometimes you fall in you know, when you're a rookie, you fall in the politics of who's a starter and all that. And you know, people don't get to see what you really got till later in the season. And yeah, I think Wanya's more consistent. Our safety room's pretty good. I wouldn't say we're elite, but we have a decent safety room. Cornerbacks. Oh, go ahead.
To ask you a question, not to cut you off, but do you think that it was wrong for y'all not to sign back Gilmore?
No, until we lost Bland, because you know he So Bland got hurt like 2 days after he signed with the Vikings, and that's where you're like, man, but you don't know these things, you know, you don't know how it's gonna go down. They happen, you know. I think at that time they didn't think that we needed him. I think they see a younger rookie. Because believe me, bro, they making moves with the D tackles, with the one techs, bringing in Linval Joseph, bringing in Jordan Phillips, because they see that we really need help at the one tech position, and that's very crucial in a Mike Zimmer defense. So I feel like they're gonna make moves. They're gonna make moves if they feel they have to make a move. They won't make a splash, but they're gonna make small little moves, you know, to kind of push the team forward. They're not gonna stay with their hands behind the back. Running back room. I mean, you had Tony Pollard. You had basically a scat back. You didn't have a bell cow. I mean,
you still don't.
I mean, we don't know. Like, we don't know who really is RB1. I think it's still Rico Dowdle. I think Rico Dowdle's still the better running back out of all of them. I mean, Dalvin Cook, we don't know what Dalvin Cook is. You got sent to practice squad. He ain't probably gonna play till like week 3, week 4, until he gets learned the playbook and all that.
He'll be on the roster week 2. The only reason he might be on there week 1, to be honest. You still got days before.
You still got till next week, man. I don't know. You're gonna have to catch up quick.
But I also feel. Hold on. I wasn't even done though.
Go
I also feel like your offensive line. You got 2 Hall of Famers, or if you want to say 1 and a potential, Tyler Biadasz and Tyron Smith, both gone off the offensive line, and you can't tell me just like y'all tell me Jason Kelce gonna be hard to replace. It's gonna be hard to replace them 2 guys too, man. So I feel like the offensive line production, you haven't seen it. You can project if you would like, but 2 rookies stepping in, I mean, it's gonna be tough, man. I don't know if y'all get the same production out of the offensive line you got.
I'll be honest, bro. We happy he gone.
I'm glad he gone.
We're happy he gone.
He lacked so much athleticism. We couldn't even pull certain plays with our running game with the dude. Now with Cooper Beebe, man, that's a big upgrade from Tyler Biadasz.
Yeah, that shit look good in camp.
Huh? What'd you say?
It looked good in camp till the motherfucker punching him in the face.
Okay. Hey, we can always.
But that's the thing, bro. We don't know it.
That's what I just said. You don't know. I said you can project it.
I mean,
you can project it, but you gotta also say it's new. you also got to say it's not what you've had.
And I'll say this:
it's tough because Vegas says we the favorites to take the division again. So
who they wrong?
I ain't
talking
about. No, Vegas is saying that right now.
Yeah.
Get all the.
Well, look, I got a question for y'all.
What's
now,
up?
How y'all team is put together now? Do you feel like Jerry and Steven was wrong not to extend CD earlier so y'all can have that money to work?
Oh yeah.
I feel like they even if they did do it, they wouldn't do nothing with the money anyway.
Mm-hmm. Story of our lives, bro. We don't.
That's just how they are. Even if we've done this before, we've done that before. We extended Trayvon Diggs early, got his money, and we had money sitting. If you remember, we had money sitting there, and he didn't even use it.
Yeah,
he was bragging about it.
Yep.
It was looking good.
Also, we had Dak on a rookie contract. He never did anything with that money either.
With it, so that's just who they are. You know, they don't like to make splash moves. That's not what they do.
That's not us, bro. We don't got a Howie on our side.
Do y'all feel like? Because I was looking at certain Eagles and Cowboys content creators go at it. So I got some questions. Do y'all feel like that? Why y'all can't get over the hump is the owner's fault, or is it on the players? Players and coaches.
It's kind of both. It's both.
The bigger party. Let's say that.
Who's the bigger? Well, it's the common denominator. It's the owner and GM.
How?
Because we've been in this same situation since he's been the owner and the GM. Since Jimmy left. Since '96. We've been in that same spot and nothing has improved. So yeah, we can blame Tony Romo. We can blame Jason Garrett. We can blame Dak. But Dak and Tony Romo haven't been on the Cowboys team for almost 30 years. But Jerry and Stephen Jones been part of the organization that long. So yeah, you know.
But Coles, they put y'all in good positions to even win a division, because the division is first, the conference is second, and then getting to the bowl is third.
Let me ask you something.
Those steps.
Let me ask you something. How many teams in the NFL owner is the GM? How many teams are ran like that?
Owner, president, GM.
Yeah, I think y'all the only one. Y'all the only one.
We the only one. So, you know, I wish we could have the luxuries of having a GM that we can hold accountable, like you guys. At a point in time, if not, I don't know how y'all probably felt about Howie Roseman when he made those crazy decisions before he started being goated. He was making some. Y'all was ready to get his job. Y'all was ready for him to get out of it.
I ain't gonna lie. The draft, the Devontae Smith draft, I said if he mess up this draft, I'm gonna be on the fire Howie train.
We don't have that luxury, unfortunately.
Nah,
we just gotta sit there and suffer, man.
But that's the thing, though. That's what I don't understand. Like, I don't understand why he keep doing it. Like, you seen it don't work. You seen you're not good at it, and you just won't bring somebody in and say,
he don't see that. He don't see it that way. He don't see it that he's not good at it. He thinks that he's great at it. Didn't you see his latest rant? He feel like he know he can get stuff done, and he over here, bragging about himself, and we looking at him like, bro, you ain't did nothing, man.
I feel like he can. I feel like he can, though. I'm just outside looking in. I think that he can. I think that Dak will be signed.
Yeah, I believe.
And then I feel like, but I think the mistake that he will make. No, listen. I think the mistake that he will make is not getting ahead of the curve on the Micah thing.
It's always gonna be like that. Oh, he gonna drag Micah out.
I don't think Dak gets on.
Okay, why you don't think that?
I think in his sense of knowledge, like I think about Jerry, he thinks about, okay, it's time to start hedging my bets because I do got to pay people. But I also, he's just like the Tony Romo situation. Like he might sign Dak to a short-term deal and bring in a young quarterback. But I think it's about that time where he ready to move on.
He wanted Tony Romo to stay.
I don't think, yeah, he did at one point until it just was like, all right, Dak just outplaying you to the utmost. You can't even get back on the field.
But Dak is not in that situation. Dak is not in that situation at all. It's not no quarterback. Who's going to rival him on that position right now? Dak has leverage. I can.
No, I don't think it's nobody on your roster. I don't think it's nobody on your roster. I definitely don't think that for 100%. I don't think none of the quarterbacks is on the roster. If Jerry Jones seen it that way, if one of those took his eye, that would be gone already. None of them have his attention. None of them have showed anything where he like, all right, I think I can move forward with you for a year or two until maybe I find somebody else. Because the one thing about Jerry Jones that I do respect, now, even if it's not, winning or whatever like that, he likes to find somebody at the quarterback position that he can ride for a little term. He don't like quarterback. He wants somebody that's gonna come in and do the job for a distance. And then when you get to but then it is a point where he like, hey, look, you ain't getting it done. I ain't paying.
You know what y'all biggest
that's where you at with that. I think that's where you at with that.
You know what y'all biggest mistake was?
What?
Trey Lance. Trey Lance was the biggest mistake.
Of course. Do y'all know that right now his cap hit is $5 million right now?
Yeah, that pick too.
Yeah,
that was bad. That was bad.
I 100% agree with you, man.
That was bad. I was like, no, we like, of course, we gonna troll, we gonna make fun of each other because we enemies. At the end of the day, we all like football, and we're looking at it like, yo, why did they get Trey Lance though? Like, because I'm a believer. We talk trash about Dak all day, every day, but I feel like if he was on the Browns would be a contender. Browns probably will win that division. With a healthy Nick Chubb, of course.
Yeah.
But I feel like Dak Prescott is an elite quarterback. He is. I'm not. He just has an issue. I don't know if it's because of coaching. I don't know what it is because y'all know better than me. But I just feel like Dak can make the throws and everything. That year, because Cole always bring it up when we having these discussions. That year when y'all played the Packers against Aaron Rodgers, I think it was like one of the final years of the dude what's his name? That brain fart.
Bryant.
Yeah, Dez Bryant.
Yeah.
That put on the show.
He did.
That did put on the show, but at the same time, what he didn't learn yet is how to close games. But I don't know if it's him or if it's coaching. I don't know.
A little bit of both.
It's a little bit of both, and I would say even in that game, it was really on the defense, man. That against Green Bay in 2016, his rookie year, our defense. I mean, Aaron Rodgers was just creating magic in that playoff run.
When he threw that pass to the tight end, and the tight end was barely out of bounds.
Well, he wasn't out of bounds. He was right, like both toes.
I'm saying he barely was out of bounds because his knees was out, but his toes was in. I say, yo,
part of me died that day.
It's like one of them plays that like it happens once every 100 attempts.
But at the time, y'all were the hottest team in the NFL. Y'all were the hottest team in the NFL.
It's not just a Dak thing. Like if we keep it a buck, it also goes back to Romo days, right? Like when we played the Giants, we had like 10 Pro Bowlers on our team.
Yep.
Like he was the best number 1 seed. And what happened?
We probably would have made the Super Bowl that year. We would have made the Super Bowl that year if we would have.
Bro, and then what's up? You come outside and you lay an egg. So that's the whole thing with Dallas. It's a cultural thing, I think. It's something that I don't know what's in the air. I don't know because you don't know like behind closed doors what's spoken, what's said, and then you always got to go back and say, all right, there's one common denominator here. that's where you gotta have to put 2 and 2 together because we've gone through different coaching, different schemes, different quarterbacks, different stars. It's always the same result. So what is it? That's the question. Like I can't say, oh, it's Dak, or it's Tony Romo because it's been going on continuously since Barry Switzer left. Let's just say it like that. Because even when Aikman laid an egg in 1997 against the Carolina Panthers, he laid a complete egg. He played like complete shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it goes back, bro. Trust me, it goes back. It's been going. Yeah, thank God I don't remember. I don't even remember them days.
The
But
lunatic,
I've seen highlights.
the lunatic said that is coaching because he's trying to educate us. I guess he's basically saying
Shout out to
Dallas didn't beating any team with any schemes. You know, it's coaching. How do y'all feel about that? I feel like I would go first. I feel like just from recent memory was the playoffs, and I feel like that when the Packers did what they did, they had a type of scheme that worked on y'all. I feel like they utilized Aaron Jones and the defense. Obviously, when who was that? That wasn't Micah Hyde. That was who was that? I forgot who got the interception, but it was a hold.
Savage.
It was
Randall Savage.
It was a hold, but at the same time, they was playing great defense on.
Jair Alexander.
Yeah, it was Jair.
Jair. Yeah, Jair.
Jair.
That was a hold. That was a hold.
Yeah.
But I feel like that it could be coaching. Honestly, because coaching was the reason why after that injury with his leg that they utilized him more in the pocket. They didn't really have him running as much, and it worked. Because of coaching and that talent too. It's not just coaching, but coaching changed up the scheme for that injury basically. But how do y'all think things came about? Do y'all think that it's coaching against the schemes, or is it the talent not executing what the coaching is putting out there?
Go ahead, Coach.
Yeah, it's mainly like it's tick for tat. Like if we can go back to that Green Bay game last year, I would say that we had stars that should have showed up. That's defensively and offensively. Like I agree that Dak should have showed up better. CD should have showed up better. It was a lot of passes that he dropped. Mike McCarthy. Yeah, Mike McCarthy could have had a better game plan. He didn't really come with the same stuff that's been working throughout the season. Like we didn't do any of that. We couldn't get in sync offensively, but defensively, man. Dan Quinn sabotaged us, man. I don't care what y'all say. Dan Quinn sabotaged that game. Like he did completely different what he did the whole season. We've been playing man for as long as he's been our coach. We've been a man type of team. We over here playing zone on the playoff game for the first time in the whole year, man. We over here playing zone, and he just hasn't adjusted what our weaknesses are. We not a team that had a lot of linebackers. We very, very thin in the middle. And if you can go up back to the Buffalo Bills game, that was the blueprint of beating us right then and there. Run the ball, be consistent, don't get away from it. And that's just basically what we always had a problem with is stopping the run. You can go back to 2018 when we beat the Seahawks, then went to the Rams that went to the Super Bowl that year. They came out with a 1-2 punch with Todd Gurley and CJ Anderson and ran through our throat. And Dak had a good game. But just because we lost, they're going to blame the quarterback. That's just how it is,
I think y'all got to be impartial, though, right? I think it's a game-by-game basis, though, DV. Like, you asked the question, right? But, like, you could go to games where you could be like, hey, it was Dak's fault. You can go to games where you could be like, hey, it was Romo's fault. But then you can also circle back and see games where it was the coaches. Like I was just in my head, I'm sitting here as they talking, I'm like, all right. So you go to a couple of those San Fran games, like that draw, I think that's on coaching to call a draw that late in the game, you know what I'm saying, with no time, with no, You know what I'm saying? It shouldn't have happened, right? But then you go to the game after that and you say it's Dak's fault because you should throw 2 interceptions in clutch time.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So then you go to these games and it's like, all right, it just seems like it's a complete fucking curse, dog. That nigga should have never prayed for that Super Bowl.
It is. Hey, I believe in the football guys, man. And when stuff like that just keep happening, it ain't a coincidence, man. I believe in it. I'm very, very superstitious when it comes to stuff like that. I believe we still got a little bad luck when it comes to the playoffs. Like, it's just something that's going to keep us from there. And, like, it's funny because the whole season last year, what was the number one thing that we always got right? We won our home games. Then we was blessed because things work crazy on y'all side. On y'all side of the ball, because of course with our division nobody repeats. So y'all had a 10-1 lead, and I'm not trying to swear, I'm just talking. Y'all had a 10-1 lead, and we was able to get the. I'm like, sure, I thought we was gonna get the, be second place. I thought y'all was gonna repeat.
Mm-hmm.
We was gifted the division, and we could have had potentially 2 playoff games, and we was undefeated at home. So I'm like, okay, we about to go to the NFC Championship, bro. Like, I've seen enough. The teams that's in our way is the Green Bay Packers that just haven't been looking good. And whoever wins between Tampa or the Lions, I believe, we play them. Mm-hmm. We beat the Lions already. So we got a good chance. Yeah. And here we go. Get our I was like, man.
I think like that's why I said like what makes us different this year from last year is like last year I knew we had I believe in linebackers, man. When you got linebackers that weigh 200 pounds and they're your strong side linebacker, or they're playing Mike because you lose your Mike against San Francisco. Now you got also granted it wasn't just the Buffalo Bills, it was the Niners, it was a couple other teams that we played. Seahawks, they were running the ball on us. Detroit could have beat us. They was running the ball on us. We couldn't stop the run. And I'm a real firm believer that when it all comes down to it, it's about stopping the run and running the ball. When it comes to crunch time moments, it's about stopping the run. That's what Patrick Mahomes' defense is the one helping him against the Ravens. He wasn't having a good game, but the defense held up. You know what I mean? So it's got to go both ways. And in football, it's got to be a little bit of luck too. You got to have luck on your side. Yeah. I mean, all right. So let's go back to 2018 or 2017 when y'all went to Super Bowl. Y'all lose Carson Wentz. Y'all go play the Rams. Y'all lose Carson Wentz. What happens? Nick Foles comes in. Your defense steps up. Your defense was playing lights out. So it's possible when Dak went down, our defense stepped up. So it's gotta be.
I ain't gonna lie. Nick Foles had to play the game of his life against Minnesota, bro.
Yeah, but that blew him out. 7 points, bro. They scored 7 points.
He had to play it exactly, but if he was on fire, he came in that game and went crazy.
Yeah,
we needed that performance.
So we had Damone Clark playing Mike. Damone Clark isn't a Mike linebacker. He's not a communicator. You had Marquise Bell. Well, I don't even know if he's even starting this year. Like, I don't even know if he started the safety or not. He's in the rotation, but I don't know if he's really playing a lot. Yeah, he's in rotation, but I don't think he got he's still playing in preseason. He's playing all 3 games. So he's out there fighting for his life. And that's our strong side linebacker last year. So at some point, teams are going to say, hey, man, y'all going to be running nickel and dime all game. We're going to run the ball on your throats. And you're not going to stop it. And that's what the most demoralizing thing about that loss is, that we couldn't stop it. Like, there's nothing that we could have done. Also, we was very our defense, because we do play a lot of man coverage. We was vulnerable to the play action. And when you go from a man defense all year to a zone defense, from you go 1 week of preparation, there's no way, bro, that a human brain can figure out the coverages, the clouds, where you gotta be. Because you look at the game, what's his name? Jordan Love goes into play action, feeds the ball to Aaron Jones, pulls it out. He got what's his name? The rookie tight end, Musgrove, whatever.
Oh yeah,
wide open, and nobody within the vicinity, nobody in his range. So,
hey, DV, but when I was telling people the same stuff about us last year, about our defense going from zone to man in week 13. Nobody want to hear me. The Seattle game was the first game we let Matt Patricia, and we went man. We played 73% zone. We go to a 73% man team in 1 week.
Yep.
Yeah, that's wild.
Sean Desai started the season when we were 10-1. Sean Desai had us playing well on defense enough to win ball games. Matt Patricia, I guess Nick Sirianni made that switch, and when he made that switch, Matt Patricia decided, oh, James Bradbury could be on an island by himself and win us this game. And DK Metcalf and the rookie made us look stupid.
Yeah.
Even in the playoffs, they went to James Bradbury.
Oh, y'all. Oh, man. I hope well for y'all defense.
Yeah. So that's why I said that we were a better team this year than last year because we made some small moves that had moved the needle a little bit as far as defense. I mean, we were not gonna be a pretty turnover, go and take the ball away from you kind of team, but we're gonna play a consistent game of football. At least that we know, hey, we're gonna stop the run. I don't care how we're gonna stop the run.
I believe he's still gonna lead in turnover. I believe out here,
you seen it. Even in the preseason, it's all scheme. It's all scheme.
Yeah,
a lot of disguises.
Those Commanders fans, man, they thought they got the guy, man. They really didn't get the
even with this coming back off of that injury, y'all think y'all gonna lead in turnovers?
Cause we got other guys, man, and we don't tell y'all our secrets.
Yeah.
Y'all think
no one thought Bland was going to be the pick six guy.
Y'all not telling us y'all secrets does not mean that the Dallas Cowboys is not going to play well.
Hey, y'all gonna hear it right now. Y'all gonna hear it right now.
I'm about to say y'all not telling us y'all secrets doesn't mean like we not going back to NovaCare and being like, yo,
they let anybody in NovaCare, man. We gotta watch the camera on y'all, man.
Yeah, I am like 5 minutes away though.
Y'all can slip a note, hey.
Yeah. Y'all gonna NovaCare when I saw y'all gonna NovaCare to protest, bro. They're gonna NovaCare to say Bradbury trash.
You can't do that.
Wow, bro.
Hey, we don't say that name. He injured. He on IR. We good.
So who is it? Keon Mitchell is your other receiver, your other cornerback?
Quinyon Isaiah Slade.
We're gonna see what y'all do.
He's nice. He was nice at Toledo.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying we ain't gotta say look, we ain't gotta say Marlon T either.
I mean
Hey, I'm not worried about that secondary, man. Our secondary gonna be just fine, man.
Marlon T signed with the Chiefs too.
That's cool.
Good riddance.
Hey, Cole, you see KC waived Eric Scott.
In 1 day.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Bro, he didn't get to try the barbecue. He didn't get to try the barbecue over there.
He's from there. That's his home. But I feel bad for him, man.
I know, bro. Yeah, he didn't have a good camp though. He wasn't having a good camp.
Yeah, that was bad.
So Smith, bro, Smitty, do you believe that we figured out this blitz situation that we're going through with Mekhi Becton, in that situation with the right guard? Because that's basically what was hurting us, the right guard all last season.
Right. I think two things. Right. I think obviously last year, Jalen said it best. He wasn't really the one calling the coverages. He wasn't really the one controlling, where things was moving at. So I think you're gonna see it from a different lens. So that part I got to see how it work out, right? But this year, I think with Mekhi Becton being there, it's gonna make it a little easier because he gonna pick up the gaps. He long enough to pause. He long enough to pick up both gaps. So I think that's gonna be a plus, right? I think that's gonna be a plus. I think Kellen Moore with some of the motion, quick passes, with anticipation, kind of moving through, quick progression. I think that's gonna help with the blitz. And I think Jalen Hurts just not being injured. Not being injured is a plus, right, DV? I mean, him not being mobile last year was a lot of the times the reason he wasn't able to get away from the blitz. He would just concede to, I can't get out of it. You know what I mean? I think having a guy like Saquon with the check down, he can obviously get in the flats and create his own space if necessary. I think that's a plus in his own. But not only get in the flat and create your own space, but also be able to stand back and pick up a blitz. Pick up a hot safety coming in, a corner. You know what I'm saying? Even a linebacker if he necessarily need to. That also helped because last year a lot of times when the blocking broke down up front and it was one man that needed to get picked up, Swift couldn't do it. You know what I'm saying? Gainwell did it at a decent rate, but not at the greatest rates either, right? So I think that's going to be a plus. And I'm just hoping like he can't get to that quick game, and if he could throw with some anticipation, I think Jalen Hurts would be in a good situation. But I like what Darius Slay said. He was like, he got some new things where he's kind of getting away from his mistakes in the blitz. He's getting better at picking it up. He's getting better at seeing it coming. So we're gonna see. I think Green Bay coming. Like no cap. We're gonna find out early. I think they seen it all year. So I think early in the game they're gonna try us. They're gonna send a couple on.
We keep talking about we just I had to leave the live, but we were going through the schedule and the records and what we were going to be, and a lot of us had the Eagles going like 4-0 before the bye and everything like that. But these are tests. You got to go through the Bijan Robinsons and the Falcons, the Green Bay Packers, because week one's the last couple of years wasn't really the best for us because we went against the Lions at the shootout. Also, we played the Patriots 300 yards for Mac Jones out of all people against us, right?
Yeah.
So what make this go around different week one against the Packers?
I think when you look at what Khalil Mack said, he said the one thing he never worried about going into a game with Vic Fangio was being prepared. You know what I'm saying? Being knowledgeable on the field, knowing what he needed to do to execute. He was always prepared, right? I think going into a game where you let Mac Jones get 300 yards, you can't be prepared. You can't be a requisite piece and knowing what you need to do if you allow that, right? And I think offensively, see, like that to me, that Detroit game, right? That Detroit game was far in between the offensive struggle, but the defense gave up 35 points. Like we had to put up 38 to win. Mistakenly, we lost to the same score, which is crazy. But shit.
I feel like it might be a little.
Hey, that just hit me in the head, DV. I never thought about that, bro. We won the opening game of 2022, 38-35. We lost the Super Bowl 38-35. That's crazy, bro.
I said that, bro. I said that videos ago. I said it's ironic that was the score.
That's crazy, bro.
Do y'all think that with new systems being put in, that week one might be kind of because y'all been through that before last year when y'all played the Patriots, like y'all was dealing with a new offensive, scheme, and it just kind of didn't feel right until y'all really didn't get y'all bearings together until about week 3 when y'all played the Buccaneers.
Not this time.
Yeah,
I'm gonna answer. So
also they going from a 4-3 base to a 3-4-5-2 base, so it's a whole different.
Well, I think defensively they'll be okay because they always been running off of Fangio's playbook.
Yeah,
well, y'all had Gannon. Gannon is a Mike Zimmer guy. The Mike Zimmer tree.
Fangio.
Yeah, Fangio.
So we've been running Fangio for 4 years.
It's an imitation of what Fangio does. Now we got Vic Fangio, right? He's a non-BS type of coordinator. But to answer your question, we got a lot of young guys that's sponges and willing to learn. The vets is just gonna fall in line, like BG, Sweat, Slay. Hell, even Bradbury when he does come back, Avonte Maddox is another one. They're just gonna fall in line, huh?
He's back, right? Devontae Maddox.
Yeah, Maddox is back. Maddox always start the season. He always starts the season.
He get hurt
But
with some stupid shit.
he gets hurt over something stupid, like he would drag a tackle and then his toe would
Turf
be
toe.
injured.
You get turf toe.
Yeah, something
He
stupid.
was mad
Nah,
at
he ain't
you.
had no turf toe. That boy had. I don't even know.
No, I'm just saying
How
something.
do you feel about your How do you feel about your linebacker group?
I'm good.
Good in meaning what though?
Yeah.
I believe we have linebackers that's going to give us better production than we got last year. I believe we got a hungrier room. I believe we're deeper in the room, and I believe we have more versatility and athleticism in the room than we had last year. Last year, bro, we had a linebacker room full of geriatric people, bro. Like, let's be real. None of those guys was ready to play football. They shouldn't have been on the field. They shouldn't have been on the team. And yes, y'all could say Smitty was up here caping for him because I was trying to be optimistic. Because even though I knew, all the guys that was in the room were low performers, I think the biggest factor for me, bro, like I told you before, is probably Devin White. You know what I mean? If he could come in and really be on the mission that he claimed he on, if he really holding the guys in the room accountable, I think the room would be a lot better. I don't think they had no leadership in the linebacker room last year. You know what I mean?
So he's your Mike. He's the green dot, right?
We don't know. We don't know nothing, bro. I'm telling you, we don't know nothing yet.
We just found out we just found out who the captains was. We don't know who's the green dot yet.
No.
Last season we found out like throughout training camp that in preseason that Nakobe Dean was going to be the green dot, but then he got hurt. Yeah. We don't know anything yet. We don't even know who's starting.
For sure, man.
Huh?
I said that's something to observe right there. How y'all linebackers?
I think it's gonna be good, bro. I think Fangio obviously, he needs the linebackers that's gonna sideline to sideline and fill gaps. You know what I mean? They're gonna be able to play a little bit in coverage. Who picks the captain? I think the team picks the captains.
So you got your Mike. Who's your strong and your will?
It's probably gonna be one of them. I think Nakobe Dean starting. From reports I've seen, it looks like Nakobe Dean got the starting spot.
Trotter still, I think he got hurt, right? But he's back.
But I think he's fourth in the room.
In the rotation.
I think Zach Bond third. And I think Ben Van Summer is fourth.
So y'all just like us, but you say
we got Oren Burke too. Dang, we brought Oren Burke up. Jesus Christ.
And y'all
what I think is going to happen, not to cut you off, but what I think is going to happen is that Ben Van Summerman is going to be that switch hitter, whereas though he's going to be more special teams. But if like a guy like Oren Burke get hurt again, or somebody else get hurt, he's going to be elevated up to that fourth spot. It's going to be a heavy rotation with somebody next to White, or they could probably sit up there and try to figure it out with Nakobe Dean and Zach Bond in the mix together in some plays to try to see if that works. But I feel like that, Nakobe Dean coming in healthy is a great thing in the middle of the field. The only concern for me always, because we didn't really get to see much of Zach Bond because they were saying he was great in pass coverage. But I know that, between Devin White and Nakobe Dean, it was something that they needed to work on. As I looked at the tape, but they were saying they was making great plays. So I really didn't see that, especially because I went to open practice for Philadelphia Eagles, and I didn't really see them make certain plays. And I know they was playing vanilla defense just to try to see how the offense would handle the blitz on that, especially on that right side. That made I think since the 49ers came out and said this is how you beat the Eagles, every team used that same scheme, and this is how we went down. But our
I think Green Bay's gonna do the same thing.
And the coaches never adjusted. Whereas though I feel like now, since we got a guy like Kellen Moore, and I know how
they did release the official depth chart.
Yeah, they did. No, they did it unofficial first, and then they did the official.
Yeah, Devin White and Nakobe Dean the starters. Zach Bond the third man, Jeremiah Trotter the fourth man. That's the rule right now.
So those are two you're okay. So then you're outside. You're running the
The second one
3-4.
gonna be
Your
rotation.
outside is going to be Josh Sweat and Bryce Huff, then, right? That's what you're looking like.
Bryce Huff. It looked like Bryce Huff. Yeah, Bryce Huff, Josh Sweat. Yep.
That's you're gonna have Davis, and you're gonna have
Carter Williams.
Yeah, Carter.
Well,
hey, it look like they got Byron Young coming in right behind.
Byron, y'all signed him. I saw that.
Yeah, that's why they got rid of Marlon T. That's why they got rid of him.
So I think it's gonna be a nice rotation, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Oh dang.
No, the line is gonna be a nice rotation, but at the same time, I'm a little concerned about the safety room. Just due to injury is all I'm worried about.
You got 3 dudes in the room right now that's injury prone. I ain't gonna lie.
Now I know you're gonna get banged up. You know it's football, but at the same time, I don't need you out for 4 weeks. I don't need that. But you're gonna get banged up. I get it. You got C.J. Gardner-Johnson. You got Reed Blankenship. You got Avonte Maddox is in the room now since James Bradbury is out. The Sidney Brown is coming back off of injury. That's what I'm saying. I'm concerned about that. With the Lions last year, C.J. Gardner-Johnson played 3 games before he came back for the playoffs.
Yeah, you definitely got to watch out for his health. His health will be something to watch.
Yeah.
So that's some things to look at, man. On paper we look good, but looking at track record, we really got to key in on certain players and be like, yo, what are you going to do this year differently from what we saw already? He got hurt with us in 2022. Even he hurt his hand.
5 games.
Interception. Yeah, he hurt his hand, but he caught that interception against the Cowboys. And then the next game, I think he got hurt, and then he was out those 4 or 5 games, and then he came back on that playoff run.
Hey man, I'm gonna tell y'all something. So I follow a lot of football, soccer, right? In Brazil, my favorite team is Palmeiras, which is the rival team of Corinthians, who y'all the stadium y'all gonna be playing at. How do you all feel as if it was me, bro? I'd be like, man, don't send that team over there. How do y'all feel as Eagle fans sending your team to Brazil, where they got a lot of political bullshit going on? They got wildfires, they got street gangs taking over, bro.
I'm gonna go.
I think both teams are gonna be a little off because of that.
I'm gonna go off of what AJ Brown and the demeanor that he had, especially learning about everything or the rules. Even though he said that you can't even do what you do over here, you can't even be on your phone and just be walking down the street. You can't do stuff like that.
I told you my homegirl from Brazil was like, she said wear 2 pair of pants and put your phone in the inside pants while you walking down the street. Like leave your phone inside the inside pants.
Man, they gave y'all that.
Then
you got the wildfire. You got the wildfires. I think it was like over 30 wildfires in the cities, and then on top of that, they was talking about no green, and then you see it came out today. We wearing the black helmets, black pants. The only thing green on is the stripe in our number. That's it. We don't have like the green shirt or the green jerseys. We don't have none of that.
But Green Bay's wearing green though, right?
Yeah, Green Bay wearing green and yellow.
But green,
that's
but listen,
wild though.
But it's not.
Hey, Green Bay, the popular team in Brazil.
Exactly. That's why it's not wild. Green Bay is popular over there.
They got they got 70 million fans in the surrounding areas of Sao Paulo, bro.
It's the same color as the flag too. If you look at the Brazil flag, it's the same color.
I wonder why the NFL with all that going on, I wonder why the NFL agreed to that.
I would pull the plug on that.
Money.
Yeah,
Well, the contract for Brazil actually been in for a minute. They've been trying to get that game for a minute.
They're playing in a stadium of like 60,000 people. It ain't even that big. So ain't
they said it's 90. They said it's 90.
Oh, that's I gotta go look at that stadium then.
From what I read, it said 90.
AJ Brown said, "Look, the way they talking, I'm just gonna stay in my hotel room. I was stay on my hotel room. I'm there for business, and then when we get, I want them to just hop on the plane after the game.
That's all they really want to do is get in, get that W, and dip out.
I know you asked if I wanted to be there. At this point, it ain't really much we could do, right? So it's just a business trip, man. We in, we out. We trying to get the dub and get back to Philly so we can get our home opener.
Stay in one piece. This is your home opener, right? This is the home game for y'all?
Supposedly.
Yeah.
That's wild. Y'all lost the home game, bro.
It's right. Yeah, it's right after the season opener. Friday night, ain't it? Next Friday. That's crazy.
But technically, we got 2 home games back to back with the Brazil, and then we play the Falcons.
Yeah, so. But Brazil, like Smitty said, they got Packer fans with us, so it's gonna be a Packer home crowd.
So they should have been a home team, correct?
You gotta see. You gotta know when you guys play at home, it's a home game. I'll give y'all. I always tell Philly fans, they don't sell the tickets. They teams don't want to go visit over there because of all the rumors and the violence and whatnot. And all the taunting and the harassment. So when y'all play at home, it's a real home game. When you play in Dallas, you still got a lot of people to pull up because, of course, it's a main attraction, and there's 100,000 people in that stadium. So even if you got 40,000 opposing fans, you can still feel the crowd if you're the opposing team. But if you in Philly, you don't. That's why I think you playing in Brazil for a home game where you're gonna have a majority of Packer fans. It's a little bit of a. I
think it's gonna be split. It's gonna be split. I think it's gonna be a split.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of like Brazil Eagle fans, so it might be like a split. It's still gonna be off for both teams.
Who's gonna have the silent count? Maybe the true question. That's it. Who's gonna have the silent count?
Yeah, exactly. So.
I don't think it's gonna end up. I don't think it's gonna end up being silent count. I think it's gonna be close. I think it's gonna be like 55-45.
Look at Big Simple over here.
The Commanders fan, right?
Yeah. Hey, Big Simple, man, be easy on him. He was looking forward to Brandon Ayuk being on the team. He not going to admit it, but I got tweets proving that you was hoping he was going to come on your team.
That's funny.
Instead, they got Noah Brown, and he trying to invite that in. I'm like,
they got the.
Oh, they got Noah.
Noah Brown, they wide receiver 3, man.
Hey, Coach, they got the Cowboys. It's the Dv
squad.
Dallas.
Yeah, Noah.
They got the Cowboys.
Noah Bricky and Brown, man. That dude got.
Hey, man, didn't he cost y'all a big game in 2022?
Yeah, against the Jaguars. That dude is a bum, man.
Oh yeah.
I never liked that dude.
Hey, I knew exactly what game it was. I knew exactly what game it was.
I remember.
Hey, that thing hit him up with it. That thing popped up 6.
That's still the game right there.
Yeah, it was. And they put that game on deck. I
was like, man.
No, didn't he throw a pick before that though? Didn't he throw 2 picks in that game?
Nah, it was that one.
We doing this now?
No, because I know it was 2 crucial fumbles because they were down 2 possessions. They had to score twice to win.
Well, that game was also on Kellen Moore because Kellen didn't decide to run the football and it forced us to go to overtime when we had the game still.
Yeah, you got to run the clock.
You got to.
That's it.
So
yeah, y'all gonna see a lot of that, man, for real. Y'all gonna feel our pain.
Yeah, I mean, he probably matured by then. He might do better with the Eagles, man.
Yeah,
he
knows that in Philly that he got to really coach for his job. That's why.
So I'm happy he said that. I'm happy Blitz said that because I feel like this, right? And Kellen Moore's coaching career, I feel like this is like the second time that he had not to compare teams, but he had a good roster on offense.
Come on, man. Y'all tried to get me. He did throw 2 picks. I know it.
No, he threw 2 interceptions.
2 picks down the stretch.
I feel like this, right? Kellen Moore has Jalen Hurts, has wide receiver A, B, and AJ and Smitty, has Dallas Goedert whenever he comes back from this oblique injury. Then you also have Saquon Barkley. You don't have Kelsey no more, but you have a decent offensive line with Lane Johnson, Jordan Mailata, Landon Dickinson. You the rotation or how it's going to go with the right guard position, and then you also have Cam Jurgens, who was drafted by a Kelsey, and then he was able to sit back and learn how Kelsey worked. I'm not saying he's going to be Jason Kelsey, but at the same time, I feel like Kellen Moore is in a position where he coached well here. He could get to where he wants to be, whereas though he wants to be a head coach. If he does it, then we're looking for another offensive coordinator. It's simple as that because you got all this talent on the roster. And his track record is always, with the Dallas Cowboys because you can't really go off of what he did with the Chargers. You really can't. They were
No,
hurt.
you can't. No, you can't. No.
You were hurt.
I've seen moments, but you're right.
But with the Dallas Cowboys, you can see. So if you revert back to that, then it's like, oh, okay, this is why we didn't choose this guy over Nick. Because remember, Kellen Moore was supposed to be the head coach of the Philadelphia Eagles, but Nick got that job.
Because Kellen Moore can't pass the interview, bro. That's just
problem. We interviewed him. We did interview him.
He can't pass an interview job. He had like 7 interviews already.
Yeah, he been trying to be a head coach.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That's his goal.
I agree with Drew, man. Nothing you can compare right now to what you've seen before. You could compare because Kellen Moore has never had a quarterback like this.
Man, Drew.
So y'all, honest.
Y'all really go. So basically, come on, y'all gonna do that? Like
I'm be honest.
But listen. That was never the runner of Jalen Hurts, though, bro. Even his best year running wasn't like Jalen.
But see, this is where I got y'all at. Kellen Moore don't like his quarterbacks running the ball. Dax just started running the ball with Mike McCarthy. Man, Kellen Moore kept him in the pocket.
Nah.
That did run the ball.
Yeah, it really didn't have much to do with the injury. It was the scheme.
That was
an RPO quarterback in the beginning.
Yeah.
That injury helped Kellen Moore coach the way he wanted to coach. But
Kellen Moore wasn't his scheme wasn't for Dak to run.
That's what I'm saying. We both saying the same thing.
But what I'm saying is I believe that Jalen Hurts going to use his legs. I'm not saying that he's not, but Kellen Moore like his quarterbacks to stay in the pocket.
Bro, in 2018, who was your OC?
2018, it was Lanahan.
19,
it was Kellen Moore.
55 carries for 277 yards.
For what? Rushing touchdowns?
He had 3 rushing touchdowns.
Yeah. Dak was more of a runner whenever he was with Scott Lanahan.
I mean, yeah, he had 75 carries in 2018.
Mm-hmm. Whenever he had his injury, the injury was a big thing, but you gotta think like he was fully healed from that ankle injury in 2021. He could have ran. 2022, he could have ran.
2021, he had 50 carries.
Barely.
It wasn't effective though. It was 140.
You know what I'm saying? Like we were still like trying to
That's what I'm telling you. That's what I'm telling you. You give Jalen Hurts 50 carries, that's 300 plus yards, bro.
Okay. So do you think that he'll be more of a runner or more of a passer?
No, I think he's gonna be more of a passer. 100%. I think his rushing numbers. No, he having some problems with that thing. I think obviously his numbers rushing, I think are gonna take a dip. Honestly, I don't think it's gonna be as much rushing. I do think
Jalen Hurts?
Yeah, I think it's gonna take a dip. I think it's gonna take a decent.
You don't want to run your quarterback like that.
No, I don't. But if that's a part of his game, that's a part of his game. You can't take away what makes him effective. But I think it's definitely going to be down.
I feel like every quarterback that just gets into the league should run an RPO to make it easy on them for the first 3 years, and then let them progress into being a pocket passer. If pocket passing wasn't Jalen's strength in college, when he was with Cleesburg, what's his name? Cliffberg, whatever his name is, from OU.
Yeah.
He wasn't. He still was. He was an RPO quarterback.
Yeah, he was.
You know, so
one thing,
y'all had Steichen. Steichen was is like a he. That's why he excelled because Steichen knew that was his strength. But it's a strength for a lot of rookie quarterbacks. So they don't. It's hard to see the field, bro. Like the game don't slow down until about like 4 or 5 years into it. And I think that at some point you can't run the RPO, then you're not gonna have longevity in the NFL like that.
I feel like, see, me personally, I'll be more scared if y'all use Saquon as a runner versus Jalen Hurts running the ball. Because that'll be a threat. Because we'll be like, okay, we got to watch out for Saquon. Jalen Hurts can run off, on us. And that's kind of what the Giants done a lot whenever we played them. It was either between Saquon and what Daniel Jones going to do. Because we know Daniel Jones, he's going to run that ball before he even try to throw it on our team. So with Jalen Hurts being way better than Daniel Jones on that type of stuff, I see that being very, very dangerous on our
I think it's going to get cut. I just said that. I mean, obviously, my first statement was I think it's going down. I don't think it's going to be 300 carries and nothing like that, 150 carries. I think it's, down under 100 carries this year. But I think he's so effective that the RPO is going to leave so many big gaps and big lanes. Y'all talk about Saquon being a danger. What do you think the RPO does? It generates Saquon's danger to one side of the field. When the defense starts flowing with Saquon, what does that leave? Jalen Hurts a free back door. And we've seen what he does with that. When Miles Sanders was being effective with 1,300 yards, he was going out the back door for 30, 35. Like, I don't want him to have to run 1,000 times. But Saquon threat makes the RPO more of a threat. Like now you got to account for Jalen Hurts pulling it, and you got to account for it getting handed off and Saquon getting outside, and he one-on-one with your last man of defense. Like it's a hard pill to swallow when you run into RPO because it just makes it hard it's a stress on your edge rushers and your linebackers because they can't free flow. When you know where the ball going, it's free flow. If I just hand it off, I know Saquon can only go one way. You know what I'm saying? He could cut back or whatever, but the ball is more than likely once he hand it off, he's going one way. RPO is two options plus how we use it with the pass option too. So you got Saquon coming on the hard slant. You got Smitty doing something. You got Goddard probably doing like there's so many options in that RPO. It's a stress on any defense, bro. And I don't know if Kellen Moore don't run it. I don't know, but I think he's gonna have to use a bit dose of it.
One thing that Kellen Moore and Doug Nussmeier, because I can't forget about Doug Nussmeier because he has that communication with him right now, is that what they showing Jalen Hurts is because what got us to the Super Bowl in 2022 was Jalen Hurts manipulating the linebackers.
Mm-hmm.
This go around is more so that, okay, I can do that with the linebackers. We could do that, especially because we got Saquon now. We can manipulate the linebackers. Now we got to manipulate the safeties.
That's the problem. When you got a good safety group, though, you can take away. They can take away.
But listen, but what happened was when me and bro was listening when he said, y'all remember he said 90% of the offense is different. If you really listen to it, he's talking. We know DV, but I'm just telling bro, like he talking about the responsibility of moving safeties out the way. He's talking about the responsibility of getting the ball there in a certain amount of time, being quick on your release, getting the ball there in anticipation. Those are the things that change. That's the 90%. Like the route concepts and things of that nature may be a little bit different, but most of it is going to be the same. Kellen Moore is asking him, hey, when you drop back, I know you want to look this way, you know what I'm saying? But give me a second. Look at Goddard. You know what I'm saying? He's going to run the out. When Goddard cut, look up field because that safety is going to be cheating. You have Devontae Smith going behind that safety. I'm going to just need you to get it there. It's things like that have changed that he wasn't doing before, which I think, like you said, Blitz, I think that's what's going to really like change him as a passer in the pocket. Him being able to be comfortable in the pocket, but also manipulate defenses where you can move people out of the way, which he wasn't doing before, which you notice a lot of times he was dropping it in the bucket. Now you're going to be dropping it into a open field. It's going to be your dude one-on-one with whoever's covering. I think, that's where it gets gets
But as Steichen was a like, I mean, he ran a good RPO system. Shane Steichen, like he's gonna do the same thing with Anthony Richardson. I think that's why they got him so high, because that's like the perfect quarterback to do an RPO with, because he could run the ball. He's got a good running back,
Taylor.
Jonathan Taylor. He's got decent receivers. So the RPO system can work there. Kellen Moore not an RPO system OC. He's an air Coryell guy. He likes to air it out. So that's why I don't think you all gonna do a lot of RPOs. It's never been Kellen's identity. He's never done it. I've never seen him do it. He didn't do it with Dak.
Yeah,
It was
but
Linehan did it with Dak.
yeah, but like
Even at that,
okay,
we didn't even do too much.
but how much of that offense was Dak really having input on though?
Oh no, not a lot. Yeah, the offense was Tony Romo's offense, so Tony Romo was airing it out.
I think that's gonna be the difference.
Yeah, but the different
They said Jalen been very vocal on what he likes and what he don't like in Kellen Moore offense. He's been very vocal with Kellen Moore or what he want to add and what he want to see. And from what I heard from Slay, last 3 or 4 minutes of every quarter of the drive, Jalen Hurts is orchestrating the plays. He's orchestrating the offense. He's calling the plays. So I'm thinking it's possible that it's going to be a joint task more than what he did in Dallas, where he was the sole play caller, where he was the sole creator of the offense. You know what I mean? I think it's going to be more of a cohesiveness between him and Jalen Hurts on what we call him.
Man, I don't know, man. Like we lost Kellen Moore. Kellen Moore went to the Chargers. Mike McCarthy took over the play calling. It was real vanilla in the beginning, and then it picked up. And then Dak had his best career. It was an All-Pro. It should have been the MVP of the season, but they gave it to Lamar Jackson because he beat San Francisco. And we saw that Mike McCarthy was a more consistent play caller than Kellen Moore. So I wasn't happy for y'all. Like I was like, they got Kellen Moore. I'm not worried about Kellen. I'm not worried about him at all, because he's gonna do what Daniel Jones does. He's gonna stumble over his own fucking feet. That's what he's gonna do. He's gonna get too pretty for his own good. That's what he does, bro. He runs a good game, then he gets too cute. The play calling gets too cute, and then, like I always said, stop the run and run the ball. That's how you win. That's how you win the big games. You can't do that, you're not getting anywhere.
I just think it's going to be different. I think just Jalen Hurts being vocal and just being able to just be like, hey, look, Kellen, man, look, I know this is what you used to doing, but I don't like that play. It's not working for me. It's not fitting what I do best. I thought he should have did that last year with Brian Johnson and Nick Sirianni. Like when shit just wasn't working, he should have said something. Like he asked for the offense to be a little bit more involving him. You know what I mean? Where he's getting some intermediate passes, where he's getting some of those quick routes, where he's getting the ball out faster, because people were blitzing us. And they didn't take any cohesiveness and try to implement anything that he put into the suggestion box. And to me, that's bad coaching. You know what I mean? If your guy's telling you, look, we need to add some intermediate, we need to utilize the middle of the field, we need to do some things that manipulate defenses and make them play us a different type of way instead of just going down the field, but you consistently call for bursts. I mean, that just to me just seems like, not good coaching. I don't think nobody was on the right page, and I think that's the difference this year. He's not allowing it right now from what we've heard. He's being more of a vocal leader on the field and off the field, just working with Kellen Moore as much as he can, so the offense isn't just let me just sit back and throw 40 times, because I know that's not my game. So it's best to speak on it. I think that's the best thing we could hope for.
If, like I said, if Kellen Moore uses RPO, I'm gonna be shocked. I just don't see how Kellen Moore, like I said, has always been an air Coryell. Dak was, that's where his offense is, air Coryell offense.
Yeah,
Steichen, it should have been your head coach, man. Then I would have been a little more concerned, because he knew how to. He brought, Jalen had his best career under Shane Steichen, and he's gonna have moving forward. I just don't think that the Kellen Moore hire is gonna be what you guys are looking for, man. as far
the
as
reason
bringing
why,
out the best out of him.
but the reason why I think that Kellen Moore is in that situation, like I said, what he was doing or what he has been doing hasn't been working to win the meaningful games. This time of go around, you got a lot of talent. Number one, number two, you got what the opportunity to become a head coach with this, like the Eagles went what y'all say. All Cowboys content creators are fans say it when I argue with them or debate with them about the 1-6 last season. We always talk about it, but he has the opportunity to just redeem himself. Even if we go 10-1 starting this season, and then we lose a couple, but we go, let's say 3-2 or 3-3 or no 4-2 or something like that down the stretch, then Kellen Moore is the man because we didn't do what we did last season. This is how some Philadelphia Eagles fans think. Now, Kellen Moore has to be able to change it up because you don't have that, like Smitty said, you don't have that type of run quarterback that just in the pocket, in the pocket, in the pocket. You can't take away Jalen Hurts' superpower and be able to use his legs. Period. One of the best passes last season with Jalen Hurts was the pass to Alameda Zaccheaus. And he made something happen and off the run. Mind you, Jalen Hurts has a better percentage in the pocket than on the run. Period. So for people that think that this is going to be a crash course between the two, I think that it's going to be the total opposite. I think it's going to help Jalen Hurts be able to read the defense more, be able to go through his reads, because I feel like that he wasn't able to do that. He said that today or yesterday on the radio, or an interview with Elliot Shore Parks. He basically said that he wasn't able to do what he was allowed to do. He was talking about leadership, and he was also talking about certain things. Whereas though it got some Philadelphia sports fans here calling up to the radio saying that they're mad at Jalen Hurts because of the way that he's throwing people under the bus. He's just speaking facts, and you can see what was going on the field. What was going on in the field was they were telling him where to go with the ball. He never had the opportunity to have a Doug Nussmeier buzzing in his ear. Yes, he had Brian Johnson, somebody that he grew up with, but Brian Johnson never sat up there and gave it to him like Doug Nussmeier was going to talk to him, because they don't have that type of relationship. I feel like that was more like, yo, bro, don't make that throw. Yo, don't do that. Da, 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 da. Where Doug Nussmeier, how he is, the raspy voice and everything like that. Hey, that's my bad. He's taking ownership and accountability for bad play calling. Jalen Hurts didn't have that since he's been an Eagle. Regardless of how we talk about Shane Steichen and everything like that, we had so much grace for Shane Steichen, because when Shane Steichen took over, we made it to the playoffs, even though we lost to Tom Brady the first time. The second time we went to the Super Bowl, but the league caught up to us, and this is what the coaching staff did not do. They did not adjust. So they didn't put Jalen Hurts in a situation to adjust, and we're sitting up there focusing on Jalen Hurts being able to adjust, but now he has the opportunity to make the play callers. I've seen him in the training camp basically tell somebody to stop on a play action. Just stop. Make sure that you stay right there, because this person is blitzing. We know that now. So now we can have Saquon or Will Shipley block. I've seen this. We didn't have that last season. We made Miles Sanders a 1,000-yard rusher. Where is Miles Sanders now? That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Jalen Hurts does more on his offense than a little bit, and he's being held back by bad coaching. But regardless if it was Brian Johnson or Nick Sirianni. But now we have some coaching, regardless of how y'all think about Kellen Moore. I feel like that we have coaching that's going to help him out. Now, I don't know if this is going to be the coaches of the future, but as of right now, I feel like that is helping him out, being able to go through his reads. That was another issue with Jalen Hurts, to be honest. but Jalen Hurts has winning ways because of his talent and basically his athleticism.
Well, I'm looking forward to next Friday to see how all this pan out. I believe it'll be fine though.
You can't go off of week 1, Cole.
I know what I'm saying, like the beginning. Like I'm ready to see how it works, with y'all. But because I was shocked to see y'all actually get Doug Nussmeier and Kellen Moore. Well, matter of fact, I actually seen y'all getting Doug Nussmeier. I told y'all that when I was on y'all show before y'all really, I think y'all got Kellen or y'all just got him, and I said he gonna go ahead and get Doug Nussmeier. That's the guy. Yeah. But I don't
y'all don't like Doug either. Y'all don't like Doug Nussmeier as a quarterback coach either.
I didn't like it for Dak, and especially off that season, because Doug Nussmeier, to me, he the type of quarterback coach. Dak, come over here, chill. Let's talk about something and eat nachos and chill and watch a little film together. We probably, we ain't gonna watch too much film, but we'll hang out. We buddy. He's that type of coach. I like what Shotty doing, man. Schottenheimer out there really getting the best out of that. Mike McCarthy getting the best out of that. I feel like Doug Nussmeier ain't that type of guy that's gonna get the best out of Jalen. That's just me. He could be wrong. I could be wrong about it, but that's just what I just feel like. Jalen performs better whenever, if he fucks up, somebody's in his face. That's the type of quarterback, player he is.
That's what we got. That's what we got Nick Sirianni for, though.
You think so?
Yeah, Nick Sirianni gonna chew him out. We know that for sure. Nick Sirianni is there to hey, look, you got to get that. Hey, get out there and play. You know what's up. You don't need everybody on the sideline being an asshole.
I saw Jalen Hurts telling Nick Sirianni to behave at the Super Bowl, bro.
Yeah, we did see that.
That's because he was just being a little extra. That's just
yeah, he was being. He was like,
nah, y'all. Now here come the hate. He not always extra. He is necessary.
No, he's not coming to hate. It's dead ass, bro.
Drew.
I like it. I'm extra. I like it.
Let me say something. Hey, Drew, if Kellen Moore takes y'all to an NFC Championship game, I gotta give respect when respect due, and I do give respect. I give respect when respect is due. So I'd be like, you know what? He did his thing. More power to you. But now I'm gonna be like, well, I'm mad because you didn't take us to the NFC Championship.
No, but going back to Nick Sirianni, man, like I was telling Smitty, when we were talking about should he be here or not after last season, and he was on a hot seat and he had to have that beat-in with Jeff Lurie and Howie Roseman.
Mm-hmm.
I was basically like, I like the guy, but not as an offensive coordinator, somebody that's in the locker room with the offensive coordinator and everything. I feel like that the offensive coordinator need to be the offensive coordinator. He plays such a vanilla type of offense, calls it to the point where teams know, like we seen Christian McCaffrey on the Manning's podcast, just call it out. And he knew which way we was going to run and everything. He knew everything about it, So it's like you got to be in tune with what's going on around you, and I feel like he's not. He doesn't adjust well. Even if we don't have the personnel to the point where due to injury or whatever, he does not adjust well at all. And that was what Nick Sirianni's problem was. Yeah. He does not adjust well. Whereas though that I feel like, Kellen Moore would do a better job than Nick Sirianni. And I think this is why we're boosting him up the way we are, because I feel like that anything at this moment right now will be better than what we were calling for the last couple years, because it worked in 2022, but teams adjust. They know what we're doing. They got tape on what we were trying to do. And we go in 2023 thinking that we could do the same thing with 10-1. And everybody was saying that, hey, we were happy that we were 10-1. No, we squeezed by teams besides probably a couple teams. We squeezed by teams being 10-1 because of talent,
Yeah, y'all beat good teams.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Just because, but the defense wasn't playing well. To our standard, we weren't ourselves because a season ago we was the best scoring team in the second quarter. Now we can't really score the ball like that. We lost to the Jets with Zach Wilson. You see what I'm saying? So it's a lot of things to go with it, but overall, I just think that the coaching staff got better for us. You know, a lot of people keep saying that we changed coaching staff, but the coaching staff is more mature. And I feel like that, you know, going into the season, I'm confident that, you know, with Jalen Hurts being able to have a voice in how to run the offense, and then also being able to control the offense, I'm putting my trust in the quarterback. And if it fails, then hey, then I could talk about it. But until then, I know what he did without the controls. With the controls, I feel like that, you know, it's going to be a lot more damaging.
Well, as far as the adjustments, the jury's still out on that. Blitz, let me ask you, Blitz, what linebacker that's currently on the Eagles do after game one when we lost against the Buccaneers? Didn't he call out and said that he knew exactly what Kellen Moore was going to do? You know, he said we knew exactly what he was going to do. He did the same thing he did last year. He didn't change nothing. So that's why I said
y'all didn't have X factors though.
We had a whole team.
Of course, I had a whole team, Cole. Yeah, I'm talking about like okay.
But we talking last year, right? What are we talking?
No, I'm talking about like
when y'all had Kellen Moore. When y'all had Kellen Moore
on our team.
Yeah. Who did y'all have? Y'all had Zeke attack, right?
Yeah, we had Zeke.
We lost to the Bucks.
Yeah, that was the Bucks game. Whenever Dak
game one.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. Remember when Devin White was like, "Man, we knew what they were gonna do." You know, now that pissed me off too when he said that. You know,
right? But
I mean,
yeah, but it's true. We didn't really have X factors. I mean, it was the CeeDee Lamb, and we had like was it Houston?
Oh yeah,
was our other receiver. So we didn't have a really good receiving squad that day. It did pick up later on in the year. It's about Kellen Moore, man. And I said this, Cole, when you stepped out for a minute, but Kellen Moore is like that. The way I see it, like Kellen Moore is like that Daniel Jones RPO. He takes off running. He's got open field and trips over himself.
Yeah,
That's what Kellen Moore does. That's his identity. He's gonna do really good, bro. Y'all might win a game 60-25.
Yeah, for real.
But then y'all gonna trip over yourself. You're gonna get too creative, too cute. That's who he is as a coordinator. And now if he's a consistent, if he's changed over the years and he becomes consistent, has a game plan and sticks to it and doesn't change it up, then yeah. Because y'all have a good squad offensively. Like y'all good, bro. Like y'all have one of the best offenses in the entire league. The only thing that can ruin you guys is your own coordinator. That's what I feel.
I think Jeff Stoutland being here. I think it's a lot of guys in that locker room, brother.
Hold up.
I don't think y'all had a voice, man. I think Kellen Moore ain't gonna be able to just do what he wants to. It's gonna be
if you got a leash, you keep it this. The leash gotta be this long. This long. Yeah. Don't let Kellen Moore get that leash too long, because he get too pretty, bro. Right here, keep it short. Hey, run this. That's it. And you can't. You got to pull him back a little bit. You got to pull him back, because then he's gonna get too pretty. And then he's.
The funny thing about it was Mike McCarthy let Kellen like trip on his own leash too many times. You know, because Mike McCarthy didn't want Kellen Moore on the team at all. He really didn't like him. So
Jerry Jones kid.
Jerry Jones wasn't him around. So it may work out better because of y'all culture and how y'all team is. Like, push come to shove, and this is just me. I believe Sirianni is basically trying to use Kellen Moore as the scapegoat in the situation. That's why he's making him fully accountable with his playbook, and he's not going to touch it. Personally, I don't think that Sirianni is on the hot seat. He just took y'all team to a Super Bowl. You know, his second year of coaching. So that leaves a little, to me, that leaves a little pocket, of improvement. But he still got somebody that he can go ahead and if the offense is off, hey, that's killing, man. I let him in charge of the whole entire, offensive playbook. I ain't got nothing to do with that. I'm just the head coach. I'm just making sure everything's good on mine. You know what I'm saying? He could easily do that just to keep his spot on the throne. So, what y'all think?
Yeah, I mean,
I think it's a 50-50 like that. Yeah, I think he took his hands off of it so he can't get blamed for the offensive woes a little bit. So he's like, hey, look, Kellen, when you get in those situations like where they're asking questions, yeah, you could be like, we're going to work to get better. But more than likely, it's going to be less questions for Nick Sirianni on why the offense looked the way it do. You know what I mean? It's going to be more Kellen Moore getting asked those questions. It's a little bit of a, hey, man, look, the pressure on me to keep the team together, as long as we look good as a unit, you not performing on offense won't affect me 100%. You know what I mean? It's going to affect me at my job, but not 100% because this is your offense. It's not my playbook and you calling my offense, so now I'm 50% responsible for that offense. No, 100% your playbook, 100% Fangio. All I got to do is keep the team together and keep everything looking cohesive. So I think his job easier.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I feel like he's not on the hot seat.
Dude, I feel like that he's on a hot seat. Philadelphia Inquirer, he had an interview and he basically said that it was his decision to bring in Kellen Moore. This is what he said out of his own mouth. So now you make a decision again. You made the wrong decision before when you had Sean Desai and when we were 10-1. The only good thing that was about that team was that in the second half we made adjustments. A year before with Jonathan Gannon, we weren't able to make adjustments in the second half. So we had to score a lot in the second quarter to be like, okay, this is what it is. Now we're playing prevent, and teams are just dotting us up basically, and that's basically what it was. Last year we had the adjustments and everything like that. He decided to go with the other guy. He decided to go with him, and then on top of that, now the defense is not to the point where Kevin Byard, somebody that wasn't even an Eagle in the start of the season, was calling meetings. Like it got bad. It got bad. And then also, soon as we found out that he was going to take over on the Seattle game, one of our best players, Darius Slay, sat up there and said, look, I'm going to go get surgery on my knee. That's been hurting me since 2019. I just didn't say nothing. It just make it look obvious because they had beef. That's what I'm saying. There's a lot going on with that. So here's the thing, right? I think that Nick Sirianni is on the hot seat. I think that because he made this choice to bring in Kellen Moore, regardless of how Kellen Moore does, if he does great, then it's great on Nick Sirianni. But if he doesn't, then it's bad on Nick Sirianni. Now, Kellen Moore is just looking for a head coaching job, and this is a lick right for him because now you got all this talent. So if you do good with this team, then another team that probably don't have that much talent that's looking for a head coach at the end of the season, it's like, oh, Kellen Moore is a guy that took that team to such and such, such, such. But they didn't have Saquon Barkley, Jalen Hurts, AJ Brown, and so forth. Smitty, they don't have none of them. But if it was to the point where Kellen Moore can play to the point where, oh, he got this offense back on track, we're playing well, and he's not doing the certain things that we used to see him doing, like run up the stats, making sure that he gets those passing yards for his quarterback and everything like that. And then that's another thing, like Smitty was saying, Mike McCarthy, Jerry Jones is not going to call Kellen Moore out on it on those things like a Nick Sirianni, Howie Roseman, and a Jeff Lurie will.
Stoutland too.
Stoutland, yeah, Stoutland is another one. I don't think he's going to call him out. Like if he's trying to keep the starters in, try to run them up on the team. No, sit the starters, run the ball, play this clock out. That's what we do here. We don't run that type of offense. So if you're not with this now, you're the problem. He don't want to be the problem. I don't feel like he wants to be the problem. I feel like that he wants to be the solution.
We're gonna see, man.
I don't know. I remember having Kellen Moore on our team.
I don't know that yet.
I remember we playing Green Bay and we up 2 scores. He don't run the ball. He don't. It's like the game
that's
plan.
When Jeff
Like, he want to
Stoutland
get
come in. Jeff Stoutland gonna come in and be like, man, we putting the ball on the ground, Kellen.
That's what I'm saying. That's when you get the leash and you pull the leash back and say, no, we're not doing that. No, we up 2 scores. We run the ball.
Yeah, because we didn't.
We know we got to do
game
that.
was up 2 scores.
Bro,
and
I seen AJ do that. Do you remember that, DV? It was like, I forgot what game it was. AJ walked past Brian Johnson, was like, run the ball. Run that. Like, listen, it's some people in here that I think, Kellen Moore gonna have some respect for enough that when they come over that headset and say, hey, we put it on the ground, he go, let's do it. You know what I mean? I think, like, listening to Coles and listening to other fans, it don't seem like he had nobody over there to even, do anything that, he respected. I heard he pretty much told Mike McCarthy to back the fuck up. It's my offense, you know what I'm saying? I heard Jerry Jones pretty much said, here go the keys. You can drive my Ferrari around, do what you want to. Here go the keys to my house, my refrigerator open, whatever you want, do what you do. Like,
I'll tell you this. The game that Mike McCarthy was completely done with Kellen Moore was that Green Bay. Oh, he
pulled the leash on him. He said, no, I'm going to take over.
Yeah. That Green Bay game, we were blowing them out. Like, we was up by 20 points. And then he kept on throwing the ball, man.
Kept throwing the ball, man. Kept making – and, like, deep balls, too. Like, he trying to run up the score. He tries to run up the score.
Goodness, man. I'm like, we had the game, man. And right then and then, before my eyes, I'm seeing my team blowing the team out to them coming right back, going to overtime and losing.
Exactly.
It's crazy.
I think that's going to be the difference.
You got to pull the chain back, man. If you
I don't even think it's a chain. I think it's a cohesiveness, like just them working together as a team. Sometimes you need somebody to just get in your ear and say, hey, bro, you know what time it is. You know what I
mean? Hey, that don't exist in Dallas, bro. If you cool with Jerry Jones, if you one of his kids, you immortal, you untouchable.
Well, that's what Mike McCarthy did, though. He did go to Jerry and was like, I want him out of
here. Yeah. Let me call a play.
And Jerry didn't do it.
He's like, I'm on the hot seat. I ain't gonna be fired because this dickhead young kid right here that can't run a balanced offense.
Yeah.
That's what he wanted. He wanted balance.
Hey, for the smallest second, like in the beginning of the season, I was like, man, this dude tripping now. Until after that.
Look, you don't want Howie walking down out of that good AC to come holler at you at halftime.
Yeah.
You don't want Howie coming out of that bit. Howie ain't like Jerry. Howie gonna pull up.
No, because Howie don't own the team. Howie reported somebody. Jerry don't report to nobody. Jerry can say Jerry whatever you want.
Hey, listen. If Jeff Lurie got to come down there at halftime, you probably fire him.
I'll tell you, I never even see Jeff Lurie in the camera at a game.
DV,
never seen him.
If in my line, DV, if Jeff Lurie got to come down there at halftime, you more than likely fired. You ain't got a job, dog.
He didn't even come down. He didn't even come down to the field. He was sitting there with the angry face, like a bad kid in school. And he was just sitting there, and you knew that he had to have a conversation with Nick Sirianni, and he knew that he had to get certain guys out of there, like a Nicholas Morrow, like a Zach Cunningham. These guys had to go. We're not signing them back. So, hey, tell me y'all playing, because if I don't mess with y'all playing, y'all cut. And that's including Howie Roseman, because there was a lot of people here talking about Howie Roseman as well. As good as the offseason that he had, in previous years, he has not drafted well on defense despite defensive tackle. Now, we can see how it's going to be this season, but he hasn't drafted. Besides defensive tackle, he has not drafted well. So now we went cornerback 2 rounds straight. And we picked up certain guys and then we held out on Isaiah Rodgers for a year and everything like that. We can see how it goes. And then he did bring back CJ Gardner-Johnson. They got some type of belief that Reed Blankenship is the other guy. So we it's yet to be seen, but we need to see what Howie product is. It looks good on paper, but these guys got to perform. If they don't perform, they try to say that it's looking bad on Howie because these guys are not performing well. They're not gelling well. They're just.
I think my biggest issue, DV, is he drafted a lot of the defensive help outside of the defensive line late. Like it wasn't like early potential. It was like a lot of late. I'm trying to get jewels type shit. I kind of hated that. I really hated it. He would get dudes that you don't know their name and be like, and then you go look at the stats. You like, man, they kind of was like, and then he comes to tell you how the analytics team picked these people and then they don't work out. So
he trying to be like us. He trying to be.
When he drafted Jalen Reagor, he was playing Madden like this, and then Jalen Reagor didn't pan out. He said, "Hold on, let me get for real quick. Let me go get Devontae Smith. Let me go call Jerry real quick. Let me make a little trade with the devil."
Nah, Jalen Reagor. See, look, y'all skip a dude. They literally skipped a JJ Arcega-Whiteside was the year before that.
Yeah. You can't forget him. Can't forget.
We could have had DK, bro. We could have had DK, bro.
I could have.
But we could have had TJ Watt.
Right, man. Don't bring that up.
Yeah, we could have TJ Watt, bro.
I'm still mad about that one. I'm like, bro.
Yeah, we last year we whiffed big time on our draft. But I think this year our draft's pretty solid.
This might be our best draft class for a good while.
I think so. Because most of them are starting. Most of them are in the rotation.
Yeah. Cooper BB, Tyler Guyton.
Yeah.
Then you got Nealon.
You see my video that I put, bro. See him in person, like he's the most explosive D tackle we had that I saw in the sled. Like he's just an animal. He's young. He's young.
Yeah. I like that. Like I'm just saying, just watch out, man. This draft class was good, and it's funny how a lot of people was down on Guyton just off of what somebody could say. You got whenever he was drafted, he automatically went to go see Duke, got an Airbnb and start working. When I saw that, I said, "This dude, he about to pull a Tyler Smith on us, man." And that's exactly what he is. I'm looking forward to seeing how he gonna be against Myles Garrett. I want him to. I'm glad he's seeing that firsthand.
We getting baptized in the fire, bro. First game. Best defense in the league, I think.
He gonna need some help. He can't do one-on-one. They gonna have to put a tight end on in here. I think he'll be okay.
The thing about Myles Garrett, he blitzed from the edge and he'll blitz from the A gap. So we get some Cooper Beebe action too, which I think Cooper Beebe, if y'all follow him in college, bro, he's a bulldozer. He's a big ass kid, bro.
Them boys finna get a welcome to the NFL moment, man.
I think they can handle it.
I hope so, man. I hope so.
Yeah,
and
they did fairly well against Crosby. They did good.
He ain't Garrett. He ain't Miles.
But he right there with him, man.
Crosby's nice, bro.
No.
Crosby's nice.
Crosby's in there with Crosby's with Micah. Myles Garrett, TJ Watt, they by themselves, bro. And then you got Nick Bosa in between that, and then you get the Max Crosby's, the Parsons, those guys. Nick Bosa.
Well, it's good that he's seeing that type of pressure early in the season. That's all, because let me see what other teams he played.
In training camp, you can go to the training camp videos. Micah couldn't get past him.
Huh?
Micah couldn't get past him in training camp.
Yeah, they've been Michael. They've been getting.
He had some moves. Even the kid from the Rams picked up Jared Verse. He was pancaking Jared Verse, throw him on the floor. He lost some reps too, right? Like it's all part of the game. It's practice, but you see a lot of promising things, and that's kind of where you can kind of hold your hat. Like, okay, you see a lot of good things. You don't see, oh shit, man, we need help. We didn't pick up no left wing tackles.
Listen, you see guys that's a certain caliber. It remind me of like back in the day. You remember when the Colts they had two pass rushers? Remember they had one on one side, one on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
The one on one side was good. he was decent, right? But then you had the dude on the other side who was they consider both of them like top 10 at the time. But then you had the one on the other side with that vicious spin where he was just different. Like, he had like when you would switch him, you'd be like, oh, he had a good rep against him, and then you get the other dude and it's just like it's a different move. Like I feel like it's just like Miles is just different. That's why I say it's gonna be a learning. It's gonna be a learning moment. They're gonna have to
Miles
really
is the best. Miles is he's a pure edge rusher, bro. He's a pure edge rusher.
I expect to see a little rough, a rough moment. Yeah. But I don't see it being, oh, Dak Prescott getting sacked every play.
No, it's not gonna be every play.
No, every play.
Like I'm not seeing a Chaz Green moment against the Falcons. I'm not seeing that situation when Dak got sacked. How many times? Like I'm not seeing that,
bro. Yeah, no, they made some. We made some good we made some good things. Like I said, we had some good rookies, man. Even like Marissa Leah Fowl. Yeah, I saw him in practice. Bro was like they sideline dudes. They hawks. Overshown's back. We didn't have him last year. We didn't have no linebacker. So it's interesting. It's gonna be interesting. It's a whole different scheme. So just like y'all, it's an unknown, but you have a good feeling, right? Because you have talent on the team.
Like we got one.
Yeah, we got DeMarcus Lawrence. He's one of the best run stopping D tackles in the league. We got Michael, one of the best rushers in the league. Highest pressure rating in the league. So, there's a lot of still got, and we got Trayvon Diggs coming back, the ball hawk, and we feel comfortable with our draft pick and Kalen Carson, and Coles can attest to that. Yeah. We feel comfortable with him, and we don't feel like there's really a drop off from Bland to him. We didn't know about Bland last year, and then Bland was the pick 6 guy. You know what I mean? Last year, so
I knew about Bland. He's
a top. He's a pick 6. He's a pick 6.
Top 10. I had him in my top 10 before that season. Because because I'm like the dude. I seen something. I said that.
Well, the nickel,
INTs, man. He had 5 INTs in the half of a season. Then came the last season leading, setting the NFL. I knew Bland was gonna be something. Everybody laughed at me, man.
But on the outside is where I had the question because he played a lot of nickel, right? He was effective in the nickel, and he's out in the X or the Y, and it's a whole different. You in an island now. You in an island. You know what I mean? So,
I think. What you think they're gonna have? You think they're gonna have Keelan Carson on the outside, or have to play in and have Jordan Lewis play out?
So all right. So at practice, Coles, Parsons was on the X.
Oh, he was okay.
He was on the Y side. Excuse me, he was on the Y.
Oh, he was on the Y.
He was on the X. Yeah. So and Lou was playing nickel.
Okay, well they're gonna keep him in nickel. Which is good.
I don't know. I'm not too fond about Luby on the outside. He's a dog though, but I'm not too fond of that.
I feel
you. Andrew Booth too was in there getting some work, but every play that was made or every highlight was on Andrew Booth. So I don't know.
Okay.
I just hope that Bland get back quick, baby. We're gonna need you. It's gonna be a long ass season, man.
He might be back before the bye week. I
just want him back. I just want to get my lick back against the Niners, bro. That's the only team I really want to beat, man.
So going off of what BlitzDallas said earlier. He said 13-4. Who's y'all 4 losses on your roster? On your schedule?
I don't see 13-4. I wish.
He said we're not going 13-4. I said we are. Who do we lose to? Yeah, I think we lose 1 to y'all. We split this year. Who was we? I gotta go back and look at our schedule. I think the Browns. We beat the Browns. Let's just say we lose to the Ravens. We'll lose 1 to the Ravens.
Okay,
we'll beat the Steelers. That's who we're gonna play next. Actually, let me go to my schedule real quick. I can run it down for y'all real quick. Let's see. Right. We got the Browns. That's a dub. I don't trust Deshaun Watson. And they don't got Nick Chubb offensively. The Saints. We're gonna beat the Saints, so we're gonna go 2-0. Let's say we lose to the Ravens because that's really a 50-50. Like that's really a game relay. That's tough.
The Ravens
we'll beat the Giants. We'll beat the Giants. We'll beat the Steelers.
Yeah.
We'll beat the Lions again. We'll get our leg back with the Niners. We'll beat the Falcons, and I'm telling you, it's gonna be one of them. Oh shit! We play y'all first at home. We'll win that game. We'll lose to the Texans. Beat the Commanders. Beat the Giants. Beat the Bengals, and I'm going off of personnel. Beat the Panthers. Beat the Bucks. Lose to y'all, and maybe even lose to the Commanders last game. That might be 5 losses. I don't see here that just pops out other than really Baltimore that pops out like that. Like they better than us personnel wise. I mean,
yeah, but sometimes we lose games that we ain't got business with.
Yeah. So
and I throw one of those in.
I was just saying, it could be one that we lose, and we beat the Ravens. It could be one of them flips.
Yeah.
Same with the Eagles, bro. We lost to Kyler Murray coming off an injury.
Then y'all lost to New York.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We lose dumb.
It gets funky, yeah. But it's also when you don't have cohesiveness in your team, right? So when you got a Mike Zimmer coach and you got a veteran coach who's gonna play a style of football that gives you an opportunity to win, and like I said, you stop the run, you throw the ball. I mean, you run the ball, stop the run. That's the key thing.
This is my last question. Do y'all think Mike Zimmerman is a better defensive coordinator than what y'all had and Dan Quinn?
Oh yeah.
I would say that he brings a different type of culture in the room than Dan Quinn did. Personally, and this is even whenever he was our coach and he was doing good, one thing I didn't like about him was the fact that he was in the booth a lot. I like my coordinators to be on the sideline, especially, if we struggling in certain situations. I need you to be down there trying to figure out what's going on. He was too buddy too. He was
Angie gonna be in the booth.
He was too buddy. That's the biggest thing about me. Like, I get it, you building a relationship with your players, but bro, I need, like, in certain situations, I need you to be in their face, man. And that's what I like about Zimmer. Zimmer don't play, and the team know that. The players, they've been saying, hey, we respect Zimmer because he don't play no games. We got to be on our shit. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think we ever had that, Cole. If you look back at our teams in the past, we never had that kind of accountability. Mike Zimmer. So I also look at trees, right? Like, where does this coach come from? Who's his tree? Where is his roots, right? Zimmer, Gannon is a Mike Zimmer. He's part of the Mike Zimmer tree. So, and Gannon was an effective DC in the NFL. Yeah, granted, he probably couldn't make the adjustments that y'all thought he could have made. But granted, y'all had probably the best defense y'all ever had that season. Ever will have. Probably 70+ sacks. I mean, y'all was nice, bro. Y'all was not even letting teams score past 7 points in the playoffs. You know what I mean? Now, granted, y'all did play Daniel Jones and y'all didn't play a Brock Purdy. We get it. But we'll give y'all that. We'll give y'all that. Y'all, the defense couldn't score. Mahomes didn't have a great game that game against y'all. Jalen Hurts outplayed Mahomes that game. So the defense had a lot to do with that too. Now and then going back to what I'm saying with the roots. So Zimmerman is a Parcells guy. Parcells is Belichick comes from a Parcells. So a lot of good DCs come from that tree, and it's a different type of, I guess, era playing in today's era, right? Like, you got a coach who's gonna be in the sideline. He ain't gonna be up in the booth. He ain't gonna be up in the booth watching the game. No, he's gonna be there once you get off the field, even in the preseason. I forgot who it was that was saying. I gotta go back and look at it. He was saying, when I got off the field.
Come on, good brother. Pour the Kool-Aid in here, man. Stop drinking.
Yeah. Let me pull it up real quick. Hold on.
Yeah. You drink it. You gotta stop it. You gotta stop, man. You drinking the Kool-Aid. There it is.
We talking about Mike Zimmer, though. We're talking about Mike Zimmer. I
just don't see.
And now, if we didn't have a Michael Parsons, if we didn't have a D-Law, if we didn't have a Diggs, if we don't have these kind of key players.
But I ain't heard you one time say what bro just said right here. Like, y'all think Diggs come back just to be Diggs again?
It's gonna be some rough times, rough moments, but I believe he'll be okay. He's been playing very, very good during camp. It might be a little bit of a rough patch, but I believe he'll be fine.
It's all good. It's all good until people putting him in them whip routes and trying to figure out if that ACL really as good as he said it is.
Well, you got to also think Diggs got injured like week 2, so he had plenty of time to get back into what he was. So I believe he'll be okay. I mean, every player is different, especially when they're young. They can bounce back. Like Overshawn, he tore his ACL in preseason, and he's back at it being pretty good. I mean, it's soreness from time to time, but it ain't like declining him. We'll see. I think he'll be okay though.
Yeah.
Well,
I think he'll be
I hope y'all not Temple fans because they're getting the asses kicked right now.
Temple? Ain't nobody cheering for them. Nobody cheering for no Temple.
It's a Philly team, bro.
Bro, listen. Don't nobody in Philly cheer for Temple.
They be Penn State,
They be Penn State, man. They don't cheer for no damn Temple.
That's my team, bro. I'm a Penn State guy, bro.
Yeah, I'm used to my team. My team, Mississippi State.
You a Dallas fan? That's correct.
Huh?
Yeah, I'm a big Penn State fan, bro.
Oh, you're a Penn State? Yeah, man.
And he a Dallas fan. That don't make no sense.
I know some Penn State fans that's Dallas fans. Well, I only know one or two.
Well, number 11 is a Penn State fan.
Right.
The Cowboys.
And his brother, they both Penn State fans.
Yeah. Penn State nice. I got roots to Penn State though, so.
Yeah,
man. But I like Texas too. Texas is, of course, I'm from here, so I gotta root for the home. I like Mississippi State. I'm not like in college football. I'm not like a diehard. Like I'm set with this team. This is my team. Like I like about 5, 6 different teams.
My Bulldogs been trash since Dak left, man.
Yeah, Dak was nice, bro. Dak is a totally different quarterback now than when he was at Mississippi State.
It's crazy that everybody on this panel is right. I am not a Temple fan. I only played with Temple on college football 25 because if I played for Penn State, I wouldn't have started. But with Temple, I would. So I had the opportunity to try to turn that organization around. But at the same time, Penn State is my go-to. Penn State.
I
like Penn State, boy.
Come on, bro. This man a Dallas fan. This is crazy.
We are, baby. All right, yeah, but it's different. Penn State is Penn State is like they know him, bro. You know what I mean? It's not like they're not a local to like Temple. If I was a Temple fan, then they'd be like, yo, this guy's a Philly guy. You know what I mean?
No, bro. Philly guys don't rock with Temple.
Yo,
okay, they rock with Pitt then.
Hey, Smitty, remember when what was that? The beginning of last season, we got that linebacker coach, DJ Elliott. He's from Temple.
Yeah, I'm like, they're like, oh, he's a Philly guy. No, he's a Temple guy.
Hey,
no, he's a Temple dude.
I tell y'all I'm a Penn State dude. I'm telling you, I'm a Penn State dude, bro.
Yeah, nitty linings, man. Come on, man.
Hell yeah, we are, baby.
Hey, at least y'all team pretty good, man. I'm stuck with my Bulldogs, my Mississippi State Bulldogs. So
as you should.
Yeah, one team I can't stand. I basically rock with every team. Just be a football guy. But one team I can't stand the most is Ole Miss. I call them Old Piss, man. I can't stand that school, bro.
You can't stand Brett.
Where Eli went. Eli went there, right? Eli went there, right?
Yeah, I can't stand him. Brett Favre went to Southern Miss.
Southern Miss.
Oh, Southern Miss. Yeah.
Brett Favre went to Southern Miss, but I'm cool with Southern Miss. I've been to the homecoming games out there.
You stay out there?
I'm from Mississippi. I'm from Mississippi. But I can't mess with Ole Miss, man. That's bad territory. Can't do it, man.
College football get good tomorrow. Y'all better win at 12 o'clock, though.
Oh yeah, we got West Virginia.
Y'all better beat West Virginia, boy.
We good, yeah. Man, real quick, I got a question for y'all before we cut off or whatever. Well, y'all got any pet cats in this draft coming up? I know it's early. I know it's early in the season, but y'all got any pet cats y'all looking for, like for next year?
I don't even know, man.
You could get a pet cat for the off, or let's say the position you need the most right now. We all got a weak side. We all got a weak side or so. My art's running back. I think that's our weakest link is our running back group. I got a running back that I love, madam. I got like 5, but 2 that I really like. There's Ollie Gordon from Oregon State,
Man, he
and
not going to y'all.
Nick Singleton too, bro. He's gonna be
Bruh,
nice.
hold on. You didn't like Pollard, but you want Ollie Gordon?
What you mean?
They the same running back. They scat backs.
No, Ollie Gordon's a power back, bro. What you talking about?
No, bro. No, he's not.
Yeah, Ollie Gordon's a big dude, bro.
Bro, Ollie Gordon is a one-cut back. He tries to run people over. Show me videos when he really run people over, bro. He fall forward. He got the ability to fall forward on his carries. But his biggest thing is one cut, and I'm gonna burn you. I'm gonna try to burn you. That's the same thing Tony Pollard do. One cut, and I'm gonna try to burn you. But Tony Pollard ain't got no burner speed.
Tony Pollard couldn't even. He can't find the hole right, man.
Yeah,
he can't get them gaps, man. Like I'd be like, bro.
Yeah, he run.
From Ohio State, nice too.
His navigation.
I need the one from Ohio State. Yeah, he is.
Yeah, he's nice. He's nice. I forgot his name though.
I like the dude from Georgia, Etienne. I think the brother gonna be good too.
Little brother. Yeah, he's nice. What do y'all think about Travis Hunter? You think he's the real deal, or you think he's gonna be gassed out by the time draft comes?
Real deal. He's just gonna play one side of the ball.
He's the real deal,
receiver, right? Receiver.
Yeah, receiver.
Yeah, he need to stay a receiver. He don't need to be a defensive back.
He played like 90.
Hey, listen. If he somehow get a coach that's willing to let him play both sides of the NFL for a little while, he going down in a different atmosphere if he played at a high level. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, if he does, I just wouldn't recommend. I'm like, at this point, you got to keep your body.
I want you to be one-sided, but I'm just saying if he got the ability to play at a high level, like he come in, you can see him on both sides of the ball playing at a high level at the next level. You got to put him in a different atmosphere, bro.
Yeah, true. Yeah, he definitely a special player, man.
Yeah. They got some good running back group's going to be heavy in this draft coming up next year. That's going to be a pretty good running back group. Quarterback ain't going to be too tough. I don't think it's going to be a really great quarterback group. It's going to be like that Kenny Pickett year. And they was trash. All of them was trash. Oh, speaking of Kenny Pickett,
quarterback.
He should be your quarterback 3, bro. He should be your quarterback 3. That other dude they all have, McGee or whatever his name is.
Yeah, Tanner McKee from Stanford.
Yeah, he nicer, bro. He's nicer than Kenny Pickett.
No, bro, we know this already, man. 2 gloves, Kenny cannot do anything for me.
Didn't y'all trade for him? Y'all traded for Kenny Pickett.
They traded for him, yeah.
Hey,
that was a dumb move too.
Hey, do you know who they got with the pick?
Yeah.
They got Peyton Wilson. They got Peyton Wilson with that pick.
Yeah.
Yep.
But man, we had a 2 hour 13 minute mark, man. Look, we got 182 people.
I'm supposed to go to a high school game today, man. I guess I'm not going.
We had to, you know what I'm saying? We got 182 people, man. But anything y'all got for these people, man, before we get up out of here, man? Cole?
I'm just ready for the season to start, man.
Cole, get your house together, man. That's not your crib, man.
Go ahead, yeah.
That's StreamYard's house.
I got to clean.
That's hilarious. That's hilarious. Hey, I even set the mood with a candle and everything, man.
Yeah, man.
Anything you got for the
teak wood in his room right now.
Anything you got coming up for your Cowboys, man? Dr. Rams, Blitz.
We're gonna win week 1. It's gonna be 21-10 score. That's what I got.
No, I take it.
We're gonna, and I said it before. We're gonna do this for all the massage parlors that have gone through hell with this man. We're gonna get them for you.
DV.
man. As always, I'm always putting out Eagles content. I'm always, talking to Birds and the changes that's going on, man. I'm about to put out a video about the official captains and so forth. But just stay tuned for the channel. Also, new show coming on Monday, so stay tuned for that as well. As always, Fly Eagles, Fly Go Birds.
Man, we appreciate all y'all for tapping in, man. If y'all haven't subscribed to all these wonderful pages that's on the screen, man, go ahead, click up, go to the YouTube. Cole's Cowboy behind me. You got Dr. Range down to the
Attitude Era Sports. Yeah, I got Matt Bab. I got a lot of nicknames. I'd be like Paulo Creed, bro.
Then you got King Dv Sports. You know what I'm saying? And then you got me, 4133 the podcast. Man.
Hell yeah!
Look, like, comment, subscribe. And man, we're gonna do this a little bit more often, man. We're gonna get up, holler at y'all, man, have a little ball talk, man. So it's always love, it's always peace, it's always the Eagles over the Cowboys. Y'all have a good night.
Yo, what's going on, everybody, man? It's your boy King DV, and I'm with my co-host Smitty. What's going on, bro?
Man, it's love, man.
Time for A.J. Brown. Michael Carter the second.
They don't know Jalen Hurts like we know Jalen Hurts. They
was hanging on to Jalen Hurts.
Until next time, man, y'all know what it is.